Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Happy almost well day. And all of that. I missed y'all. I have not been on, I ain't been on camera since Monday, but it's okay because we have a couple of hours to get into the things, okay? Get into some foolishness in the real world, some celebrity stuff too. Okay. And just enjoy the day. Okay. I appreciate everybody popping in. I know as YouTube let y'all know that I'm live, y'all will come on and say, hey girl, what you doing? Where you been? And I've been around. Okay, look, y'all know. Again, I was live on Monday. We had a good old conversation on Monday. Okay, and now we back today for Saturday. I did 2 lives this week. Y'all, when I tell y'all, first of all, hold on. Hey, how y'all doing? Okay. I hope my hair gray right here. Okay, it's weird. But again, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I miss y'all. I swear, look, when there's not much going on in the news and I'm busy and tired from work, I be like, girl, go live later, okay? If it's only 1 or 2 topics on a Tuesday, just wait till Wednesday, okay? And then Wednesday come and boom, I'm tired from working or whatever, and it's only 1 more 3. Girl, wait till Thursday. Now, who want to go live on Thursday? Okay, who want to go? Oh, girl, wait till Friday, and then Friday to do that. And here we are today. Okay, so it's not that I don't want to be around here. What be happening was when it's not much to get into, I'm like, oh, just wait a day. Some more things should pop up. It'd be nothing. Okay, now I feel like in January and February, it's always kind of slow and whatever. I feel like coming up in the next couple of weeks, going into the spring, March, April, May, whatever, it should get back popping, and I can have more lives. But I be trying. I promise I'll be trying, but at least I got a thumbnail. Okay, y'all know if I have a thumbnail, okay, that's somewhat color coordinated. Okay, that means I at least plan the whole show. That means I at least want to come to y'all for a whole show. My throat is dry, y'all. I don't know why. I feel like I got some water. Um, mm. Anyway, I hope y'all is having a good time. Okay, look, make sure, okay, like the video. Okay, make sure that you hit the little like button that then tells me and tells YouTube that y'all like me, okay, that I'm a real person, and that they should absolutely make sure to promote my stuff. Otherwise, I'm just sitting around here waiting for them to tell y'all that I'm here. And sometimes I'm like, child, they don't know what's going on because YouTube ain't told them nothing. They don't know I'm on live. They have no idea that I'm here. But I want that stuff. We're gonna have a good time because that's the only thing left to do. Okay. And yeah, so yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But again, happy Saturday, happy Saturday. Look, when I sat here and I said, "Girl, get a thumbnail together," I know it's all these random people. That's what you got here. No. I said, I know it's all these random things, all these random people, all these random topics, but you have to still be able to come up with some kind of thumbnail. And I said, I have never in my life, child, never in my life thought, hey, go find a picture of Sparkle. I said, the same as Sparkle, why would you need a picture of her? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, child, I just feel like whenever you are involved in things, you need to be sure. Okay, you need to be absolutely sure that you have some kind of picture available for us to see you. Because when you don't, okay, it makes it feel like you don't want no one to see you. So I couldn't try. I found one, just the one good picture Sparkle, okay? And then luckily I found one of the damn niece. Okay, so blues, blacks, okay, a couple little whites or whatever. But I said, thank God I was able to pull something together from the people. Okay. Now I be trying. But again, good evening to everyone. Hello, 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 guys. Yeah, it's been a minute, okay? I ain't my last Monday. Look, not a smoke signal. I promise y'all, every look, and look, I, you can blame me. Okay, I will fully take the blame. Okay, for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I won't take the blame for Friday. Okay, that was out of my control. Okay, but I'm here today. Okay, and I'm gonna try to come. I'll be trying. I'll be trying. I'll be trying. And then it was all these weird, sad, murderous stories that of the real. I'm like, I don't want to have a whole murderous story day, but we're gonna get into that stuff today. But I was like, it's just a lot going on, child. But again, hey to y'all, happy Saturday to y'all. It is freezing outside. Child went today out the house. I said, it is cold. The wind blowing and stuff. I said, what is going on? I need the weather to get back to being like in the 20s and 30s. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. Yes, at some look, if you see a thumbnail, that means the live ain't going nowhere. Okay, unless the power go out and I have no internet, I'm gonna come on live if I sit around here and do a thumb. Child, look, I said, girl, I said, put it up early. Put it up early so they will know. No, Jaylee will be here when she said she would, and here I am. Here y'all are, and we are together as a family. We are a family like a giant tree. Okay, girls. Well, not dream girls. Okay, but again, hey, YouTube, something. Look, YouTube be hating. They be hating real hard. I can't control it. I did post on my IG stories like 30 minutes ago, at like 6:30. I will be live today. So again, if you watching live or the replay, I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, I had one scheduled for Wednesday. And I said, girl, ain't that much topics. Push it to Thursday. And then Thursday, I was like, yeah, no. And then Friday, I was just busy. And I said, well, girl, just do it on Saturday. Just do it on Saturday. Because it's the weekend, you can get into all the topics. Go live at 7. So folks they had the full day to go do stuff and whatnot. We all at the house now chilling and relaxing. And you can get into the topics at that point in time. Okay. And so that is what I'm trying my best to do now. Okay. My battery low. I swear I don't be on my cell phone that often. But recently I feel like my battery be losing its juice. Well, it is 8 o'clock. I've been up all day and I have it on my phone. But again, let's get into some of the topics that I have to discuss. Now, the crazy part is there's so many random stories with share screen. There's so many things that was going on, child, in the crazy world of the U, the S, and the A. I was like, now what is going on? I need people to stop doing dumb stuff. I need people to stop being crazy. I need people to think about anything they're doing before doing it, because I was like, I don't have time for y'all making dumb decisions. I have to then talk about it. Okay, and I don't want to be a hater, but y'all be making me have to be one because y'all making some dumbass decisions around here. Okay, and that ain't nothing that nobody should be doing. No one should be making dumb Diddy decisions, but some people do. Okay, but first up, what I want to do first? First go around the screen. Um, get on the screen. Uh, I seen this. Okay, now this is stuff that happened here in Michigan and one Rock City. I think it was in Roseville. Now you should not be out stealing the Gardner White box truck. Now, if you don't live in, well, I don't know if Gardner White is like worldwide. So Gardner White is like the furniture store here. Okay, you can get your beds, living room, you can get anything for your house. You know, for a home office or whatever, you get couches, chairs, dining room tables, all that. Gardner White is our one store here, and people out here stealing they're tra- so they were delivering furniture to a house, okay, and the thieves dropped off somebody who pulled off in the truck, okay. They got away with $15,000 worth of furniture. Now I would be pissed because if I order furniture to be delivered today and some food then went and stole the truck, and now I can't get my new bed, I can't get my new couch, I can't get my living room set. I'm like, now how the hell did they even was y'all just following the truck? Okay, now a neighbor's surveillance camera footage showed the suspect being dropped off by the red car, walking his ass to the box truck and getting in it and stealing the 15K worth of stuff. Now, I need people to stop stealing. Okay. Now they did find the truck. Okay, but guess what was not in there? The furniture. Now I'm like, you can't even. I mean, was it a homeless person? I feel like what can you do with the furniture? Like you have to have like a storage unit. You would have to have a way to sell the furniture to other people. So I know times is hard. I know times is very hard. But once you start stealing box trucks with with furniture, I think you're going too far. Okay, so I need whoever stole that box truck, whoever had them people stuff, get that stuff back. Okay, stop it. And it was 3 o'clock or 3:30 in the afternoon. Okay, it's like, now why would y'all do that? And then why at least close the back of the truck, the stuff will fall out. It's just weird. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Okay, stop it. Now, something else I want to get into. Now, when I seen this video, hold on. When I seen this video, okay, I said to myself, whenever you go into a store or you're having some kind of disgruntled or some kind of uncomfortable or some kind of interaction with the staff, should you always record it and then post it, or should you go get your stuff and go home? I went to Coney Island early today. Okay, got me a bacon cheeseburger. Okay, the little fried, little pop. And I'm at the drive-through, okay? And y'all know that at a drive-through, well, at least here in the corners, the drive-through window, they have a little stick that pushes out the little tray to put your money on there to get your food so that you can reach the stuff. Now I don't know. Now they just remodeled this location. They got brand new stuff to push it out and put in. And I am short. I'm only 5'2", maybe 5'1", 3/4". My point is I sometimes can't reach the tray thing because I have short arms. I can't box for God. I have short arms. And I saw a car ahead of me who had to open her door to reach. I said, bitch, I'm not reaching. It's literally a stick that pushes the thing out to grab or whatever. So she said, yo, told us it's 16 or whatever. And I said, okay, can you push the thing out? I can't reach it. And the bitch was like, and push it out a little bit. Not the hoodness in me wanted to fully say, now, bitch, you know I can't reach that either. Why you pushing the thing ain't nothing extra, ho. Your job is to take my card, push it out, and pull it in. That's it. So I could have easily went off because the bitch had an attitude. I don't work here. I just want my bacon cheeseburger deluxe and my pop. That's it. So I am not the one at 44 to be fussing, arguing, and recording, beefing with people, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But this lady said, girl, I'm up in here at the Dollar Tree. I'm sorry, Family Dollar. And I'm gonna record this because I feel like something gonna happen. Who y'all think went too far? Okay, the girl or the customer? Let's watch.
Now let me get the rest of this shit. I'm about to record this entire interaction when I get up here to this register. Cause my life is so fucking berserk. It's like people really don't believe me when I be saying people.
Girl, what you living with? It's a titty bra on, your stomach out. But it's a scully hat on. So what is going on? What are you wearing? What's the weather there?
Really be coming for me for no reason, and I just be trying to mind my fucking business, get home in peace like I left. You get what I'm saying? And that's what people should do. Like, it's not safe to be bothering people who not bothering y'all. Like,
now I agree. Okay, in this day and age, you should not be purposefully bothering people. Okay, you should not be purposefully bothering folk because people can, flip out. Okay, things go left, and then it's the whole situation, and no one knows what to do, why it happened. So yes, you should not mess with people for messing sake, but sometimes we also have to know someone is trying to fuck with us, ignore them. Now, first of all, bitch, why you slamming stuff? Okay, why you at my line slamming stuff on the ground? Girl, place it down. Walking up and slamming stuff down. Okay, you want to fight. Okay, you want to fight, and I'm gonna give you what you want. Okay, girl, stop.
huh? What the hell is that? He knows it. What is it? Get that shit back to him. Stop playing.
Your camera on you?
Why would it be on you? Who are you for me to be recording?
Who are you to be giving her attitude?
Now, see, the moment I'm in the line or if I'm working there and I see the customer with their phone up recording, I am going to ask, hey, are you recording yourself? Because don't record me. Don't record me. So for her to even say, well, who are you? Girl, what, just say, oh, yes, me. You wanted a fight. You, whatever happened before, you wanted beef with them. You knew something was gonna pop up because why would you say, well, who are you? Bitch.
A customer?
Bitch, I don't give a fuck who you is. Stop giving her attitude.
And if I don't, what are you gonna do?
And that's usually how the fight starts, okay? Because why? Girl, first of all, there is nothing, okay? There is nothing I'm ever getting from Family Dollar that is worth a fight. Okay, there's nothing I need to get from Family Dollar that's worth a fight, an argument, a conversation. Besides, hi, bye, have a good day. I'm not going to Family Dollar to get my tissue, some Tide detergent, some paper towel, some water, or whatever. Girl, it's fucking Family Dollar. Why are you fussing with them people?
Nah, we're not doing this. We ain't going on.
Like,
in the moment you turn your camera on me, okay, now we gotta fight. Okay, now we finna tussle because you're trying to poke at me. Now, I'm not saying before she got her camera on, something did not happen, but what could have happened from you walking in the store, going to get fucking juice, and coming up to the register? Okay, to me, already the customer was being extra, slam stuff on the thing, and then who are you? Girl, you want to fight?
that's why I told you I'm gonna record the interaction. That's fine. You broke ass bitches gotta stay at work.
Not a broke ass bitch. Now, first of all, to say to someone at a store you're shopping at, they're broke ass bitches who have to work. Girl, and you don't seem to have that much money, bitch. Okay, I'm pretty sure you work too. To say to people who are at a location that you're shopping at, they're broke bitches who have to work. Girl.
Whatever, bitch. Fuck you, you ugly, mad, disgruntled ass. Black. I can be black. You're black too. You look stupid. What is wrong with these demonic ass bitches out here in Texas, bro? You are black too. What do you sound like, bitch? Your ancestors are as black as me. Y'all are ignorant as fuck. As every time y'all see a pretty ass woman, y'all get mad. Y'all was mad because I walked through the door and didn't say nothing and y'all in the walkway.
Who you calling a bitch?
Because now you're going to fight. Now, look, I am a firm believer in when I walk into a store, I do like it when the workers say, you know, hi, because I say hello, okay? And if I speak and you don't speak back, I might get attitude. Like, damn, but you can't say hello, you work here. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not going in no dollar store, no gas, no store at all, okay? Where it's worth me fussing because the bitch ain't speak to me. Or vice versa.
What do you want to do? Who you calling a bitch?
Do you know that's assault? Now you're gonna be arrested. Okay, we know you don't give a fuck. You know, you bitches are so ignorant. Touching my property, bitch. I can call anybody anything.
Now y'all know I always tell y'all you shouldn't fight. Okay, you should not fight nobody. Let's not get violent. You know. But if you're in my space, we have to fight. Once your hand is anywhere in my space, I'm swinging. Okay, I'm also not gonna stand in the store and fuss and argue with the workers. I'm going home. I'm going to patronize somewhere else.
Candle, just like she called me out my name when she walked the fuck up and I recorded it. I don't give a fuck. The fuck, ho? And if you don't get respectful, you're gonna get arrested, bitch. I can call the police now and show them the video. Call the po-po, ho. I have a clear fucking record like you fucking dumbass hoes don't. You felon ass bitches.
How they felons? They broke hoes who gotta go to work. Now they felons? How they get felons?
And you don't know me, so why fuck with people you don't know? How the fuck do you know to be fucking with me? I'm tired of you ugly ass bitches trying to
call you ugly that we know of.
It's like me, ho. You got the right bitch. Yes, you heard that.
So crazy how I make sure I leave my house at like the last minute, and it's so weird out here. I be dreading leaving the house at a certain time. Fit check, right? But anyways, well, I just walked in the damn dollar store in Family Dollar, and this big ass, big back, wide back body bitch gonna talk about. They standing right there in the walkway. I walk past them. You gonna talk about? Damn, you can say excuse me. I ain't say shit to her. Cause what y'all don't understand is people don't owe y'all any fucking energy. I don't have to say shit to you. Why are you standing in the walkway and you work here? Move out the fucking way so people can walk in the store. Like y'all be looking for fucking problems for no reason. Like shit like that. It's like people always trying to fucking start with me. Now if I
Not big back bitches. So this is the thing, okay? You came around now, okay, in your gym attire, okay, small. What's color you want? And then you want people to be upset because if you walk through the aisles and someone's in the aisles and you maybe like bump it, bitch, say excuse me. Okay, say excuse me. But you can't, you was round there talking cash shit. They probably heard you talking shit in the aisleway. So I think you knew it was going to be shit once you got, that's why you stayed up there and was fussing. So I don't like customers who start shit with people and then the customer's always right. No, you're not.
I got with her ass, I would be wrong, right? Like I don't have to say anything to you, and it's always an ugly, bad built, miserable ass bitch that
Not ugly. Now she ugly. How she's miserable. And why she bad built? Cause she not skinny. Bitch, what? And you know what? Sometimes ugly comes from within. Okay, you may have a beautiful, gorgeous skin tone, but you're an ugly bitch. You are. Your spirit is ugly. Okay.
gotta work a 9 to 5 all night.
Now what's wrong with 9 to 5 job, bitch? No, not again. People who like to talk shit about folk who they need, because if no one worked a 9 to 5, how would you buy your stuff? If no one worked jobs that we all, if no one worked at the dollar store, at the nail salon, at the hair salon, okay, at the restaurants, at your doctor's office, if no one cleaned the bathrooms, if no one did all these jobs that we may not want to do, what makes you think you can walk into their job and then demean them because you feel like they're beneath you? And how you, again, this is before the argument. You are in their store talking cash shit and thought they did not. Bitch, fuck you is what I would say. Child.
Like I swear to God, y'all, I've been sitting in the house all night. I was supposed to go to the beauty supply store and realize that it was 5:12 and the beauty supply store closed at 6. I didn't even want to come here, but I need to get something to drink. So I'm just like,
so you a bum bitch too. You a bum bitch with no drinks in your house, no water, no juice, no electrolytes, okay, no liquor. You had to get up from your couch, okay, go to their girl. You bum thirsty bitch.
soon as I walk in, like it's always some bullshit with these ugly ass bitches. I don't know if it's just Texas or what, but you bitches.
Are you not from Texas though? Because what do you mean? What do you mean? There's always these Texas fucking bitch. Where you at? I'm just confused.
Need to fucking wake up happy, bro. If you don't like what you see in that mirror, that is not nobody else's problem.
Do you like what you see? And that old ass jacket, that fluffy ass hat, that twisted ass necklace.
Just because you see a pretty girl minding her business and she's on her own level in her own lane and she don't say shit to you, she doesn't have to.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna mean it. You talking too much cash shit about yourself as if you are living at any level that makes you better than them. And this is no tea, no shade, okay? But people, there's not a Family Dollar in Beverly Hills, okay, in Cali. There is, even here in Michigan, there is not a Family Dollar in Roseville, okay? There are certain stores where you don't even see that store in certain zip codes. So if you live close enough, okay, to a Family Dollar, what that means is you live a regular life like the rest of us. Okay? If you live near a Family fucking Dollar, okay, where you're dressed like a weird ass drug out Oompa Loompa, okay, a beautiful chocolate one, okay, but you're talking cash shit when the only place you could go to at night was Family Dollar in your neighborhood, which means those are your neighbors, ho. Those are your neighbors. I mean, if you also probably work a 9 to 5 just like them. I do not understand people who go and patronize places in their neighborhood or whatever, and then want to speak down upon the workers there. Bitch, what do you mean? You need me here to ring up your stuff. Oh,
Nobody owes y'all any type of.
because if not, bitch, you would with Target or Walmart or Meijer or wherever else. But you chose to go to Family Dollar to get something to drink.
Energy. Nobody has to speak to you. Nobody has to say shit. I definitely am starting to understand why white people used to walk past us and not say shit.
Not you got racism. Not you understand racism because girls in the store said, "Ho, why you can't speak?" Oh, so now you understand why the white people did not, girl. Okay.
And I have that energy about myself too, because at the end of the day, if you are in the fucking way where people have to walk, be considerate. No one has to say shit to you.
No. If you walking down the thing, okay, if you're walking down the thing and if two ships are passing in the night, okay, what happens is someone or sometimes both people says, "Oh, excuse me," and that's it. You keep walking. You tackhead ass girl.
And what's so funny is she actually didn't even say I could have said. She was talking to the girl, her other coworker, talking about, damn, she could have said, excuse me.
So, bitch, she wasn't talking to you. She wasn't even talking to you. Which means you could have said, "Excuse me," because that's called common courtesy. If you black, white, Asian, Japanese, Chinese, Italian, whatever, okay, you could have said, "Excuse me."
It's just like that fucking tweet. People be knowing not to direct shit at me because you can see I'm clearly not on that bullshit you be on. Now let me get the rest of this shit. I'm about to record this entire interaction when I get up here to this register.
Meaning she knew she was rude. She knew they knew she was rude. She also knew they heard her talking shit for 5 fucking minutes in the thing, which is probably why both girls was up front at the thing. Now look, bitch, get your cheap ass juice and go the fuck home, okay? Again, that's how fights happen. That's how folks get their ass whooped for no good old reason, okay? Now let's get to some more stupid ass stuff, okay? Because I was like, what's going on? Now this happened. Now this happened, and I said, "Ho, you nasty little bitch." Okay, Dort, look, it almost makes you not want to order nothing from nowhere. Cause bitch, why are your hands in your pants?
We begin with the DoorDash delivery caught on camera that's raising serious concerns tonight about food safety.
A Toledo woman says she watched in real time as her delivery driver did
So in Ohio, over there in Ohio,
something she calls disgusting before dropping off the food. 13 Action News reporter Alexis Means has the video. She's live with the story tonight. Alexis?
Well, the customer told me that this is something no one wants to see before their meal is delivered. A Toledo woman says she'll never order food delivery again after her Ring camera caught something disturbing. Ring camera video shows what appears to be a DoorDash driver with her hand down her pants.
Bitch, you put your hands down your pants and squatted? You squatted and you put your girl.
Ashley May says her food was delivered Monday just after 5 p.m.
I ordered my DoorDash, and when it arrived, I was watching it on my camera, and I seen the person who delivered it reach like inside of their pants and itch or something for a little while, and then they used the same hand to like set my food down and then proceeded to take a picture and leave.
May says she couldn't believe what she saw.
I was like,
bitch, you use your coochie scratching hand to touch my food. Not technically, she only touched the, the contain the bag. But bitch, that's cooties, okay? That could be crabs, okay? Girl. And what's sad is you could have put the food down and then scratch and walk the fuck away. But you chose to have one hand with my pan of food and the other hand scratching your coochie.
I didn't see what I just seen, so I like rewinded it to make sure, and it was.
Then put her, girl, now your phone got cooties. Your phone got cracked because you didn't touch you touch your coochie, my food, and your phone. All of it is contaminated.
It's absolutely that.
She did not eat the food.
I went out there with like garbage bags over my hands and just like threw it right in the dumpster. I took it right to the trash.
She reported the driver to DoorDash.
They were giving me a refund within like 5 to 7 business days. And then they contacted me today with, they still gave me $50 worth of credit on my account. So probably won't use it, but it's there.
DoorDash issued this statement to 13 Action News. This behavior is unacceptable. We immediately took action to deactivate the dasher and have contacted the customer to make things right.
Now, my thing is this, okay? If you around here scratching, okay, while carrying my food, you a dirty ass bitch. And now, now we know, every once in a while, you might get an itch, okay, that you want to scratch. Whatever. Go home. Or don't touch the food you're delivering with your crabby coochie scratching hands, bitch. Okay. Wait until you either girl, my thing is this. If she would have put the food down and then scratched and walked away, whatever. Her body itch. And I would just hope and pray that before she touched anything else, she wipes her hands off, get some little wet wipes, some antibacterial, so whatever. So it's the fact that you scratched while holding my food. Okay, you scratched while holding my food. And then use the dirty hand to grip the bag. And girl, the only saving grace is when the food was in a bag. So technically, her food wasn't contaminated. But however, once you scratch your cooch and touch the bag or the box my stuff is in, I don't want it, bitch. Because whatever STD you have could seep through the pan. You ruined my whole fucking dinner. All you had to do, bitch, was put the food down and then scratch.
Restaurants get inspected, but delivery drivers, the health department says that's a different story.
Now, I get it. This, each store can't control the drivers or whatever. I think DoorDash should require any DoorDasher to have a camera in their car while they are working as a DoorDasher. Period. That's just my opinion, okay? But once a person is out the car, they can't see it. But you need to be hoping that people not out here just being a nasty, disgusting, just ugh. Is your coochie clean? Your hands ain't. My food dirty. The fuck? Now, when I order DoorDash, I only order from places that like seals bags. Bitch, if I would, girl, first of all, if I was watching the camera as she did that, I'm coming outside and I'm drop kicking you in your throat. Okay, we finna scrap, because why would you leave your coochie scraps Oh my bag, bitch. Why would you, girl? Anyway, now they cover her face up. They cover her face. I feel like I saw another uh post of this that showed the white lady face. I'm not gonna show it because I don't want to get in trouble or whatever. But again, her face should not be hidden. To me, this is an exact example of when a DoorDasher does something that should be shared on social media. Yes, show their face, show their car, because you dirty little trollop. Okay, dirty, dirty bird. This is one time I feel like, yes, expose this person, because why? And not because she had an itch, because that's a human, whatever. Okay, I don't know. But it's because you chose to scratch yourself while holding someone's food and use the dirty hand to deliver the food. I was like, Brittany, why would you do that? Little dirty bitch. Okay. Now that was some weird shit. Now look, we gotta get into some killer stories. Okay, now y'all know my rule. When we discuss killer stories, I try to give some advice on why we should learn from people's stupidity or people's stuff. Okay. This is some stupidity, and may she rest in peace. Okay. A North Carolina man faces 35 to 45 years in prison because he murdered his girlfriend because she refused to be exclusive with him. Now, this is the thing. I never understand why anyone thinks, oh, they won't be with just me. I'm going to kill them, where I'll then be put in prison and I will never be alone, because all of the other inmates will be there trying to take my booty. Okay. On October 2nd of 2023, 32-year-old Stefan Dubose, okay, he pleaded guilty to killing his girlfriend, Angela Reese. So at around 7 a.m. on October 2nd of 2023, he broke into her house that she shared with a roommate. So he broke in her house and the roommate's house, okay? Shot her 8 times. He shot the roommate 3 times, okay? Both girls were taken to the hospital. The girlfriend died, okay? The roommate lived, said he did it. Okay, he had a self-inflicted stab wound. He admitted that he shot a female in the face and wasn't going back to prison and couldn't live anymore. No, I hope you live forever. Okay, he then said he did it because he wanted an exclusive relationship, and she didn't want, because you crazy bitch. Again, I need everyone to teach your kids, your sons, your daughters, your nieces, your nephews, your grandchildren. They cannot make these murderous decisions because they can't understand that someone don't want to be with them. Well, guess what, bitch? So move on. So the one life lesson from this: teach your people this is stupid, and now you're going to go to prison forever. And I hope someone finds your booty alluring, and I hope they take it every night. I do. When you take someone's life because you can't accept rejection, I hope when you reject anyone wanting your booty, okay, they take it. Okay, more dumb shit. Okay. Atlanta man arrested for allegedly shooting up his ex-girlfriend's car. Why? Because he got jealous that she was taking another man at a club. Talking to somebody at the club. Again, people making dumb ass decisions because they can't accept rejection, or they can accept, hey, I don't really want to be with just you. Now, whoever beat his ass, good.
Does it have a license? Yo. 11-7 to the radio. Let me get a 5-9 right away. We have shots fired right here. So if anyone married. Bro, please. All right, radio. I got people saying he's still over here. He's actively shooting. He's shooting at cars right now. Let me get more units ASAP.
And this is stupid. So the police around there handling something else. You up there shooting up her car. Would the police buy you? Now, why would you commit a crime down from the police?
Stop fucking resisting. Motherfucker. Stop resisting.
Beat him up.
One in custody.
Started 4-4. She basically said they're not together. She said that the whole disturbance happened because he supposedly came here, saw her talking to somebody that she used to mess with. I guess he got jealous, left the location. He stays up the street, went back, I guess, home, brought the firearm, came up here and started firing at her car. That's her vehicle.
Have they ever lived together?
We didn't even get that far. I'm a fan.
So you done brought your stupid ass to the club. We ain't together. You see me living life, ho. So you decided to, now thank God no one was killed or whatever, but you took it upon yourself to shoot up my car. So now I have to pay a fucking high deductible to get my car fixed. My insurance rate is gonna go up. Okay, I probably don't want to ride around in a bullet ridden car. Why would you? Now you in jail, bitch, for possession of a firearm by a felon. 2 counts of criminal damage to property, discharge of firearm near a roadway, and reckless conduct and felony obstruction. Because why you could not control your fucking emotions about me not wanting to be with you. Again, whoever beat him up in the face, whoever beat his face in, good. Okay, good. Because people, I just need folk to stop being dumb for no real reason. Okay, unless somebody beats you up first, what are you doing? Okay, now I need people to also stop going to club with friends who are not really friends. This story was sad to me. A woman was kicked out of the nightclub for being drunk, left outside by her friends, and then froze to death. I said, now, bitch, how that happened? If we come together, we leave together.
Her girlfriend, and her girlfriend, like, she's crying like, Key is missing. Kid was found frozen dead outside. And I'm like, huh? I start screaming. Kid would have never been missing if somebody would have stayed with her. Like, she would be alive right now. They labeled as hypothermia, but she has blunt force trauma to her left side of her face. And there's bruises all over her. I called her girlfriend, and her girlfriend, like, she's crying like, Key is missing. Kid was found frozen dead outside. And I'm like, huh? I start screaming. Kid would have never been missing if somebody would have stayed with her. Like,
now, there is never a time where she was 29 years old, okay? 29, that's a baby in my eyes, okay? It's just per club security. Makia was escorted out for being drunk. Her friends allegedly walked out with her, but then went back inside to look for something. And when they came back outside, she was gone. Again, first of all, how many people was it? Because if I am outside in the cold, drunk, why would everyone leave me by myself outside? Now, I don't even believe this story. It's weird. Because why would everyone go back in? And the girl was not found until the following day. Ain't no way I'm out with my girls and I go missing and everyone to say, okay, well, she missing, child. Let's go home. No, bitch, where is Jaylee? So again, you have to be careful who you even hang out with. Okay, you have to be careful because some folk don't mean you no good. Okay, what if you out with female friends or even male friends, whatever? You have to be safe first and foremost. But some boppers don't sound right. Okay, so they're trying to figure out what happened because it's just that I don't know. It don't sound true. Again, don't y'all be out here on the bullshit. Okay. Now this right here, I said, now hold on, ho. You should go to jail and to prison. An Inglewood mama is demanding justice because a daycare worker threw a shoe at her daughter. Okay, hit the daughter in the head, then lied saying, "Oh, well, she fell." Bitch, no. Now I'm happy it was footage.
Yeah. Now I can do it.
Now, first of all, the girl who threw the shoe should be fired and her ass should be beat. The two other adults who saw her take a shoe off and throw it across the room should be fired and ass should be beat too. Because why would you do that?
I'm so sorry. I actually did not mean
Now, first of all, in my spirit, if I'm a daycare worker and I see my coworker throw a shoe at a child, I feel like my reaction would have been to jump over the table and say, "Bitch, what is wrong with you?" The fact that no one said, "What are you?" The fact that no one even said, "Move, don't touch her."
Okay, stop. Because first of all, you should have never been up. Are you okay? Okay. Can you breathe?
Bitch, you would not be able to get me off her as a parent. The fact that her first reaction was to take off her gym shoe and throw it clear across the room. I mean, launched it.
Yeah.
The fact that she did not think to say, "Hey, Katie, stop," or whatever the girl name is. The fact that you had no words come out, you said nothing. You just stopped and physically threw a shoe.
Now I can do it.
Bitch, we gotta fight. Okay, right now, immediately. Okay, ain't no let's talk. It ain't nothing you can say, the daycare can say, because that person and the two women who were there would have absolutely got their ass beat by me. Okay. The daughter name was beautiful. Came home saying she had been hit in the ear with a shoe by Miss Emily. Okay, the mother said she waited and later asked her child what happened again. The daughter said, "Hey, she hit me with a shoe. She hit me with a shoe." Okay, went and asked the director, Miss Danielle, the following Tuesday. Okay, she claimed the incident was verbally reported, but she says the director told her that it was reported that Beautiful was crying after falling out of her cot, not because she had been struck with a shoe. Okay, on February 2nd, she received the video footage that backed up her child. You mean to tell me you then sent me the video showing your staff throwing a shoe at my child and lying about what happened to my child. And I would have went in swinging. Okay. And if I'm a police officer, okay, a lawyer, a judge, the moment that they say, well, man, why did you go up there, Jaylee, and start swinging? I would say, play the video. Okay. Watch the video. And the moment anyone seeing, oh, you threw a shoe at her child and lied about it, oh, case closed. Not guilty. Okay. I would absolutely, positively would have went to jail, to prison for however long for assault and battery upon 3 bitches at the daycare. Why? Because one hit my child with a shoe and the other 2 watched. Because you have a duty to report any signs of child abuse in a daycare, bitch, and which to me means that ain't the first time that something has happened, because they were too calm, even looking. Oh my God, even looking shocked. But why ain't nobody say nothing, bitch, girl? Oh. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough to keep me off your ass, bitch. I would have fought everyone I saw who saw what happened. I'm suing the daycare. I'm suing the director. I'm suing whoever has any connection to that place for neglect, child abuse, for lying, aiding the girl, any whatever thing I can, girl, bitch, no. Okay, no. Then right here, okay, the school put a girl on the wrong damn bus.
Houston mother is demanding accountability after a frightening mistake during school pickup. She says that somebody put her 4-year-old daughter in the wrong car and then took her daughter off campus.
Yeah, that's right. Houston ISD now admits an employee made an error during dismissal at Bastion Elementary School. Rochelle Turner shares the district's plans for change and what parents need to know.
HISD says additional staff have been placed during pre-K dismissal times, and the student who was picked up will now only be dismissed from the front office. But that little girl's mother tells me that explanation still doesn't answer her biggest concern. She wants to know how someone was allowed to pick up her daughter who was not authorized on her registration form.
I feel horrible. I feel like my daughter told me like I wasn't there to help her. Like I feel hopeless, like I couldn't do anything.
That's how Deja Spencer describes the moment she learned her 4-year-old daughter, a pre-K student at Bastion Elementary School, was placed into the wrong car during dismissal Thursday afternoon.
Now, first of all, if you go to a school to pick up a child, if the child is telling you, the staff member, hey, that's not my mama's car, and they put the kid in the car, whoever was driving the car, why didn't they say that ain't my child? Like, I don't get how the child, whoever was driving the car, did not say something.
Houston ISD says an employee mistakenly put the child in the wrong vehicle during car rider pickup. According to the district, the driver realized the mistake while leaving campus and immediately returned the child to the school.
No, fuck that. I don't get how the person in the car did not notice you don't know the child. That's the weirdest shit to me. Because what?
Where she stayed in the front office until her mother arrived. But Spencer says that explanation doesn't ease her biggest fear.
Because this is irresponsible. What if something would have happened to my daughter? What if I would have never got her back? I don't think they understand. All they realizing is we got her back. She's safe.
Spencer shared this video with me showing the school principal apologizing for the incident. Houston ISD says the employee involved has now been removed from car rider duty. Still, Spencer says the damage is already done.
That don't take away my trauma. That don't take away my child's trauma, and that don't help us. Thank you for the apology, but this is something we cannot get back. She's scared to go to school.
Lawsuit, sue them. It's weird, girl. Look, I don't get parents who pick up their kids and don't say, hey, baby, hey, daughter, hey, son, how was class? How was school? If the people said the girl was crying, saying, that's not my mommy's car, how would the driver not realize, hey, I don't know this kid? Because if the child is talking to the school person and that's not my mommy's car, what adult isn't paying attention to what's going on? Girl, whoever that adult was that did not realize before pulling off that wasn't their child, or that wasn't a child, their niece, they whatever, whoever you were, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. Because bitch, what? Girl, lost. I'm suing all you hoes. All of you hoes gotta go to jail. Okay. Now, stupid shit. 19-year-old fatally shot in the head by a friend after refusing to share his Wingstop French fries. Now, again, this is another notion of you need to tell your sons, your daughters, your peoples, to your kids, they should not be making these fatal decisions off the bullshit. Okay. Jarvis Davis was in Fort Worth, Texas, apartment with his girlfriend and friends. With his girlfriend lying on his lap, Davis was eating his food from Wingstop. Okay. Another man in the group who had finished his food asked, hey, can I have some French fries? And he said, well, no, you can't have my French fries. Okay. An argument ensued, and the fool shot him in the head over some fucking fries. There's no food on God's green earth that should make anyone get into a fight and arguments that leads to the escalation of you shooting someone because your broke ass could not have some of his food. Just dumb shit. Okay, dumb shit. More dumb shit. This mama around here who looked like she did it, and she would do it again. Okay, a Texas mama, Shanika Battle, 49, is charged with one count of murder and the death of her 28-year-old daughter, Tabitha Jones. Why? On Monday, the daughter called 911 and said, hey, my mama shot me. Okay, got there the minute she was in the bed, suffering from the gunshot wound. She died at the hospital, or whatever. Child, the police found the gun. They was fighting because the mama and her was upset because it said Jones was upset that her mom had taken her alcohol. I only took the gun out to scare my daughter. I just need folk to understand guns are not meant to scare people. They're meant to shoot people. Okay? Showing me your gun is not going to scare me. Because, bitch, you don't kill me. That's on you, not on me. But shooting your daughter over liquor is crazy. The mama looked like an alcoholic. Just in my opinion, okay? But I don't understand people who shoot their kids over bullshit. You shouldn't shoot your kids at all. No one, you should not shoot your child. That's just not the thing to do. It's just weird. And also, when I heard this story, I was like, I need this story confused me a whole lot. When I kept seeing the caption, I was like, wait, what? My first thought was, when I think of Olive Garden, I never think of fryers. I don't know why, they fry food, but I never think of them having like fryers. And I was like, what do you mean someone put their head in I was like, what do you mean? How does that happen? So in Pennsylvania, a worker at the Olive Garden, they say the employee stripped his clothes off, and then dove his face into the fryer, and he died. Now, that is suicide, for one. Now they tried to get him to the hospital to save his life. Okay, we had such bad burns, he passed away. And the other employee who tried to help him, who tried to stop him from doing it, she had burns. She had burns as well. Now the restaurant has since opened back up. But first of all, I just wonder what's most people who want to leave this earth on their own accord. Most people pick the most painless or quick thing, whatever. And I was like, what kind of mental anguish and confusion are you going through to where your decision is while you're at work at the Olive Garden to get naked and put your head in the fryer? I was like, I could not even wrap my head. And I was like, bitch, nope. You need a social media break. I could not comprehend that. So I need, look, if you are around here suffering from, depression, weird thoughts, whatever it may be, I just go talk to somebody. Okay. Now I'm also look, I feel like some folk don't want to be here no more, and that's their decision. I always feel like if you don't want to be here no more, as long as you don't take anyone with you on your way out, your decision is your decision. But I'm like, how tortured are your thoughts that this was how you chose to harm? I was like, girl, so that confusion. Okay. Also, last random story. This happened here as well in Detroit. This nigga right here, he's facing three charges of attacking women he met on Facebook dating thing or whatever. I was just having a conversation the other day about how freely back in the early 2000s you could meet people and go home with them the same day and luckily not be killed. Okay, I have said time and time again that I am lucky that I made it to 44 because I chopped 2001 to around 2005. I was living life. I was a young woman making my own money. I did not have any children. At one point, my boyfriend at the time was in jail. I was living the life, okay? And I'm clubbing, partying, whatever. But I can say, I can admit, okay? Back then, you would meet someone and it'd be a vibe. But you might go home with them. But I never felt like, oh, they're gonna murder me. And now in the 2025, 26, you can't do that. You can't trust people enough to meet them on any app and then go meet them at their house. Okay. Now it was 3 separate women who he met online, and then once the women met up with him, he attacked them. Okay. Donnell Darren Sanders Jones, 31, Detroit, is connected to 3 assaults: a 35-year-old woman from Detroit, a 32-year-old woman from Taylor, and a 27-year-old woman from Detroit. And that's probably just the women who have reported what he's done. I'm pretty sure he's done it to other people who maybe did not report it. Okay. Now during the arraignment, he met all of them on the Facebook dating thing, okay? Lured them to his house and then assaulted them in 3 separate incidents. Again, you can't do that in back in 2002, maybe 2003. I remember meeting my friend. Okay, meeting my friend. Well, I didn't know him; he was a stranger. Me and Rain was hanging out, Parkline Pimpin'. Okay, as we did all the time, and a guy put up. We did not know him. I talked to the driver. Rain was talking to the passenger, and then I got in his truck. His friends got in Rain's car because I was then going home with this new stranger, this light-skinned guy who I swear he looked like Cameron back then. Okay. And Rain then took his friend home. So Rain could have easily been attacked by the stranger because she didn't know him and I did not know AJ at that time. That's his name. And you can't do that now. You can't meet someone somewhere and go to their house because it's just not safe, child. So let's see. On January 20th, 2026, the most serious case alleged the defendant beat and stabbed the woman in the neck and body. He then forced her to drive him to multiple locations while being held at knife point. On July 13th, 2025, there was a verbal altercation. The defendant in his house. Now I'm like, now you didn't invite me over here. We fussing, okay? So argument happened in the house, and then he assaulted the woman while holding a knife. He also damaged her phone, her car during the incidents. And then on March 1st, he was drunk, threw a brick through the woman's vehicle window, and then hit her in the face with a brick. So I'm pretty sure he's done this to other people who probably just did not say shit. So if you live here, you know this motherfucker. Okay. Also, if he happens, because he's being held on, he has a $500,000 bond on 2 of the cases, and he's waiting for a rain on the 3rd one. So if he happens to get out, I'm just telling y'all, okay? I don't want to scare anyone, but I'm just telling y'all, it's not safe in these streets. You really have to be extra. Y'all, when I tell y'all, no one knows where I live. Like, I hate the fact that fucking drivers have to know where I live. But there's a small, because you just never know when crazy will show up. So when you meet someone, do not go to their house. Don't invite them to your house. Meet them somewhere in a public place, at least until you get to know them. Okay, and even then they can be crazy as fuck. But I'm like, child, look, no. But I'm happy they caught him. Fully happy. Okay, y'all, let's take a little second. Okay, like the video. We can get to the celebrity things because I want to cuss out a few people. And let that be that. So y'all like the video and whatnot. And we are back. So let's start with what's this man's name? So Tyreek Hill. If y'all remember, Tyreek Hill is a football player. Okay. He and his current wife are like going through a divorce. But before they had got married, he had already fathered like a few kids. Okay. Like while being engaged to her and during their engagement period of time or whatever, he was actively knocking holes up across the world. Okay. And she still married him as if we did not see he was a bit of a scumbag. Okay. Because it's one thing to be a single man, having sex with whoever and getting fucked. If you are a single man or whatever, child, that's on you. But when you are supposed to be in a committed relationship with a fiance, when you knock up other people, that should call off the wedding, okay? But his wife, Keita, decided to stay with him, okay? And they're now going through a divorce, okay? Now TMZ released this footage, okay? Because it's audio of an altercation with the wife and the mama, okay? But and this is the thing, it seems as if the ring cam or the nanny cam over the baby's crib is catching all of this ruckus. Okay, so y'all listen up. I'm gonna be quiet, but listen.
And you're a little girl who will never be get my daughter out of here. Get the out of here. Come on. I'll get my daughter and I'll get the out. Come on, don't hurt her.
Now, first of all, I was gonna be quiet. I can't be quiet. Now, first of all, if you up and fussing with your wife or whatever, I do not understand when adults are in a full-fledged altercation. All of a sudden, I'm gonna take my baby and go, bitch. Do you live here? Okay, to me, I don't think he should have went in there trying to grab the baby. If you and mama fussing, whoever don't live there should leave. Calm it on down. But I don't think grabbing a child while fussing makes sense unless the other parent unless the other parent has grabbed a weapon or is being insanely insane. Leave the child and go home.
Don't hurt the baby. Watch out. Chill. No, stop. No, stop. Chill, before I call my mother. Call your mom. Call your mom. Stop. I want to divorce on my mama. Just do it. On me. Look at you, bro. Because you don't like me. No. Don't tell me no. No, you go. You get on my mouth. No, you go. Stop. No. Watch out, bro. Call the police.
Now, why y'all look? No. Now, what the fuck is y'all? Okay. Now, what the fuck is y'all doing? Okay. What the fuck is going on? You trying to grab the baby. You hear either her or her mama say, "Don't hurt the baby." Okay. You then hear a tussle off camera. And I wonder if you would divorce me. Lead girl.
Go.
Now, first of all, once we tussling, 911. Okay, once we're tussling and you tussling with me and my mama, my baby's in here, I'm running away from you and I'm 911 it. Okay. However, to me, they have a very toxic relationship. Period. Now I saw a lot of folk in the comment section on the shade room and earlier saying, "Oh, it's Black History Month. We're gonna ignore. We're gonna mind our black business." You know, a lot of people like to be like, "Oh, you know, you have these, you know, black men who, you know, become famous and rich or whatever, and they get, you know, non-black wives, and then all these things have to happen, and we're not supposed to care." I just feel like at the end of the day, you know, to me, he's always seemed like that is who he was. But because he was, again, he's rich, he's a football player, has a huge contract, whatever, I'm going to put up with all of him, the extra kids, and that bullshit. Now, this right here is when the judge was upset with her because she bought almost 200 grand Bentley with money she claims she did for child support. Again, when people get with people for the money, because when they were engaged and all the kids came out the woodwork, girl, what you gonna marry him for? Why are you, girl, for what? Again, 17 months of marriage. Okay. But again, before they got married, it was so many cases against, not cases. There were so many. He had gotten, like, I think it was 3 separate women pregnant. And then she married him, got pregnant by him. And now 17 months later, now as a divorce. But she wants all the money. Again, I don't care what anyone says. There is not enough money at me and my old age now to put up with the bullshit. I can't launch. Again, this is young teenage, maybe 21, 22-year-old. I want to win, bitch, and I'm going to stay. No, girl, leave. And now you on camera tussling for no fucking reason. And girl, I didn't need a stupidity stop, okay? Also, somebody dumb. Corey Holcomb. Y'all, look, when I tell y'all, there is not many people in this world who I can't stand. Okay, I can't stand Coke 45. I can't stand Evelyn Lozada. I can't stand Corey Holcomb. Those are 3 people that pop in my mind right now. And Corey Holcomb, who we know had that incident of him physically assaulting a woman on camera. That the footage came out from the incident that happened back in 2024. And Corey has been avoiding any type of accountability on his own. He's blaming everyone else for what happened. Sir,
you know, I haven't been working a lot of my gigs. I lost a lot of my gigs. So, by the way, thank you, TMZ. I lost another gig today. Gary, Indiana, on the boat. Y'all got me good. Y'all got me good.
Thanking TMZ and saying TMZ got me. No, bitch. Surveillance footage of what you did. You did it. That's like a bank robber being upset at the news for showing the proof you robbed the bank. You did it.
Y'all got me good. I'm losing gigs.
Good. Lose more.
People are saying, Corey, the optics of that video. Yeah. Y'all got me good, TMZ.
Bitch, no. What do you mean?
I'm about to be out here on welfare.
Government cheese.
I'm about to be out here on welfare.
Food stamps.
Somebody got to explain why I ain't got nothing no more.
Your actions, your fists, your you not being able to hold yourself accountable for your own actions. No one forced you to hit that lady. Again, whether it was a punch, a smack, or a mush, you physically put your hands on someone else and left footage.
You're not gonna be able to buy no more Hocula.
Can't buy Hocula.
Nope, because the jacket that you were looking at
I'm gonna have Proclubula.
cost $1,600.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Man, I lost a gig today. When they told me this one canceled too, I was like, God damn, all right.
I'm happy.
Now it's getting bad.
Lose some more.
I'm talking about I done lost some real while I'm, I haven't. You dig. All because it's certain places that are ran by the people that will listen to a TMZ.
Bitch, we saw the footage. I didn't even see it on TMZ. I saw it just on wherever. That footage was not only on TMZ. Now, TMZ picked it up. Yes, they did. However, you created the footage by hitting her.
I ain't never lost no gigs before.
I don't believe you've ever been caught punching a woman in the face before.
Like, we have people saying stuff about me all the time. But when TMZ says it, oh, it must be true about this guy.
Bitch, the girl. Wait, where, Chuck?
I hate assholes. I hate assholes.
They get on my nerves.
Shut your mouth. Okay?
Shut up. That is so stupid.
They saw the footage. They saw the footage. Why are you acting like someone just said you did something, and because TMZ showed someone saying you did something, that made more folk believe it? No, bitch. It's the picture, it's the footage of you hitting the lady that got you losing gigs. So I do hope he loses. I do hope he loses more gigs because he's not acknowledging what he did, which means he sees nothing wrong with what he did. And he wants to blame everybody else except his own feet, fists, and face. Because he uses feet to walk over there. Okay, he uses fists to punch his swing, and his face has been talking shit the whole fucking time. Just stupid. It's like, nigga, we saw the receipts.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts?
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
I mean, look. We saw the footage. So I'm happy Corey's losing gigs. I'm ecstatic. It makes me feel good. Okay. A few other things going on around here. Let me scroll around. I want to do the Brat. So a couple of things with the Brat. I was scrolling social media and I saw this post on TikTok. Okay. And it was of, the Brat and Judy having a little interview, whatever, on a podcast. And they brought up how, Brat used to date. The Brat used to date Allen Iverson. Are y'all old enough to remember when the Brat was into the men's? Okay. She used to date AI. Now look, I used to be in love with Allen Iverson. He was so hood and raunchy and just rough child. So Brat used to date him back in the day. And so, that was a whole part of her life. So when Brat was talking to Candy, and they speak on it before, the conversation came up about her and AI. Now, what we now found out was Judy felt that conversation was a bit disrespectful. Let's listen.
I feel like in lesbian relationships, I see this online a lot. Women like, oh, she just ain't had me. She just ain't had a man good enough.
No, because I think we both fucked with niggas and bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember you used to date AI back in the day.
Girl, and I'm so tired of hearing about it. This motherfucker won't go do an interview.
Please don't.
And talk about something.
When Brat said, please don't, that let me know Judy and Brat didn't have plenty of arguments or heated conversations about the Brat's past relationship with AI. Okay, girl.
Something that they did that is sexually explicit, and then it got clipped and got posted everywhere. So I'm scrolling.
I had no idea.
Every motherfucking post, I have my wife
Yeah.
talking about something with her ex, and I don't care that she have exes, but I don't want to know what the fuck you did.
Yeah.
Candy, I love you, but you was fucked up for that.
And it was with Candy. Had I known it was gonna piss her off, I wouldn't have fucking did it.
Had you known,
Yeah,
if
I
I went on the podcast and told somebody about my sexual excursions with my ex, that wouldn't do nothing.
I don't know if I would be mad at you because it's something you've been through and something that you did or lived. You ain't fucking with the nigga no more or the bitch no more. You with me.
Now, I feel like when you are having a conversation about your past and I fucked people in the past, if I say, yeah, I will fuck them, I don't think it's a reason to get upset because I fucked that man.
And I keep apologizing to you for that. So stop bringing this shit up because I said I'm sorry already because I really am. I felt bad. Had I known that was going to offend you, I would have never fucking talked about it.
Meaning, girl, I am not going to keep saying sorry. Okay, I'm not going to keep saying, I'm sorry, baby. That wasn't me. It was Roman. I'm not going to keep saying I'm sorry over something over someone I dated 20 years ago. I ain't fuck that man. I'm in your coochie right now. Leave me alone, girl. Leave me alone.
And I get where you coming from because I love you. You had sex before me.
Yeah.
You were doing things before you met me.
When Alan.
So this is the interview that she had with Candy in which she discussed her and AI.
Iverson came into the picture because obviously that was a big deal. How did that even come about? And did he even know that you were not?
I think he knew, but we never talked about it. I met his whole family and stuff. We never talked about it. We flew to Japan and all kind. Oh, I hope I ain't telling too much, y'all. I ain't never told this stuff, girl. We flew to Japan and I had never been to Japan. I was like, oh my God, like it was crazy. Like I would get up.
Also, I believe this interview with Candy happened before Brat and Judy got married. They were together, I'm sure. But I don't believe this was before they got married. You know what I'm saying? And if really the Brat and AI wasn't like a big thing back in the day or whatever, so it was regular.
In the morning, like I'm a grandma's child. I'm very domesticated. Like I like cooking, I like cleaning, I like folding, like I like doing stuff like that. It's like therapeutic. So I used to wake up and pick his clothes out and cook breakfast and jack his dick off when he woke up in the morning. You know, the things he liked, just made sure he was happy. And he spoiled me and made sure I was happy. Like I was like, this is amazing. Like I was like, this is it.
So, to my knowledge, my remembrance of the interview, that's all she really said about her AI. That he look, y'all know we adults around here. Okay, we adults. Yes, this was in the 90s, the late 90s. You know what I'm saying? This is funkified Brat. Okay, late 90s, early 2000s. Maybe not more, like early 98, 99, you know what I'm saying, right there. But Brat saying, he liked for me to shake up the steak sauce. Okay. And so I would shake up his steak sauce or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not offended if my man is interviewing with somebody somewhere and he's discussing an ex that everyone knew he was with. And he said, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She liked the coochies. I would eat the coochie. I would be like, I mean, I know he you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what he does. I'm not mad. Unless he's saying, yeah, I missed that cooch. Unless someone claims or they're talking in a way that makes me feel like they miss that person. They want that person sexually again. That's what I would feel is disrespectful. If they're talking in a way as in current times, in current day, they miss shaking up the steak sauce. Okay. They miss getting real good pressure on the lower back. Okay. If they miss you know, the stuff that happened. They miss whatever the mouth kisses, okay, all the things, okay. And as long as Brat wasn't saying like, I want to fuck him now, she was back then. He liked breakfast in the morning, and he liked me to jacket. First of all, first of all, look, I can say this. I feel like did Brat not get head? Because who wants a hand job over a blow job in the morning? I'm just wondering. Because when she said he liked his steak sauce being shaked up, I'm like, I just prefer to get some. I like his head not on the menu or sex.
But then I think, you know, basketball players hoes, okay?
Right,
Like,
true.
he had a baby mama, some kids. He had a lot of stuff going on. It lasted for a good while. Both of my grandmothers, they were alive. They loved him. Like, he was so sweet to them. Like, it was good for a minute. It was good for a long time.
So it just didn't work out.
It just didn't work out. Too many bitches.
Got it.
I think the last straw was we was sitting at a hotel in the hallway outside the door just talking because some of the homies was in the room chilling watching the game or something. And this half naked bitch walks up the hallway talking about she looking for him. I'm sitting there with him. I'm like, bitch, I know you motherfuckers see me sitting here with this nigga. You still gonna say you looking for him? I must have mollywhopped that bitch down the hallway. I was like, you know what? I said, I can't do this. I said, I can't do this with you.
Because I feel like unless.
So again, Brat to me wasn't speaking in any aspect of she wants him back. It was like, well, this is what happened with me and AI back in the day, you know, and this is why it ended. I do believe he's still married now. I believe he has a wife now, if I'm not mistaken. But to me, Brat wasn't saying anything that was disrespectful, but Judy felt like Brat having that conversation and Brat saying anything sexually that she did with an ex was she felt like it was disrespectful to them in their current relationship. And I was like, well, was Brat being disrespectful? Like, to me, you can't be out here that's always talking about exes and who you fuck in the back of the day. You can't do that. But I feel like the Brat in her first like one-on-one interview with Candy and bringing up how, you know, she used to date AI. I feel like it was innocent. You know what I'm saying? But girl, I'm happy to know that AI like his steak sauce shaked up. Oh, that's interesting to know. Okay, but I just feel like Judy being obsessed and feeling like, well, now then I gotta see it on social media, girl. So what? As long as Brat didn't put out no video of her jacking that man off, I don't care. Okay, but I'm like, growing up, we always felt like Brat was gay. I never felt like Brat was bisexual. I always felt like we knew Brat like pussy. And when she was dating men, I was like, oh, when Brat had that era of her looking real feminine, I'm like, that's different. Okay, she like dick right now, cool. But I've always felt like Brat would be with a woman, and she's now happily married to Judy. So I'm like, I don't get why Judy was upset with just her saying back then this is what it was with me and him. Because I'm such a girly girl in my, relationships, whatever. I did what my person liked. If Judy liked her cooch, whatever, I'm sure Brat do that too. Okay, if Judy if every morning Judy wants a roundabout finger swirl, I'm sure Brat round and finger swirling. Because her wife liked that. You're supposed to do what the person at the time likes. Why you upset? Okay, so to me, Brat wasn't disrespectful, but to Judy, child, she still mad.
Fucked with niggas and bitches.
Because Judy looked pissed, just not pissed, but Judy looked like it still makes her upset when people bring up Brat and AI.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I remember you used to date AI back in the day.
Girl, and I'm so tired of hearing about it. This motherfucker won't go do an interview.
Please don't.
And talk about something that they did that is sexually explicit, and then it got clipped and got posted everywhere. So I'm scrolling.
I had no idea.
Every motherfucking post, I have my wife
Yeah.
talking about something with her ex, and I don't care that she have exes, but I don't want to know what the fuck you did.
Yeah.
Candy, I love you, but you was fucked up for that.
And
then even her saying Candy was fucked up for the question. I was like, who else gonna ask Brat about her and AI? We wanna know. Okay, we wanna know. Girl, I had to think of something to call it without calling it what it was. So you know, saying little fingers swirl. Okay, look, the little fingers swirl. Look, if she was out there, you know what I'm saying, shaking up A1 steak sauce, I know for a fact, child, she's finger swirling Judy. In my opinion. Just saying.
And it was with Candy. Had I known it was gonna piss her off, I wouldn't have fucking did it.
Had you known,
Yeah,
if I went on the podcast and told somebody about my sexual excursions with my ex, that wouldn't do nothing.
I don't know if I would be mad at you because it's something you've been through and something that you did or lived. You ain't fucking with the nigga no more or the bitch no more. You with me.
Boom. And that's the key point. You not even with them no more. Can I say, oh, back in the day, when I was so and so and so and so, if I'm having an interview and I'm saying, well, back in the day, yeah, he liked whatever. Cool. That's a conversation. But currently, I'm a lesbian. Okay, and my wife likes finger swirling. I be finger swirling my wife all up and through. Okay, I'm not pissed about it at all. Okay, if you with me now and you fucking me now, I don't care about you having a conversation about your past. It's your past. It's back there. You should be able to jokingly say you should be able to jokingly say whatever, and your person don't feel offended about. But one, my past. We've had that discussion. So why are you mad? Okay, but Brat, I was like, girl, Brat, but AI was handsome back then. Okay, he was a child, look, and you could them braids. He would play hard and whatnot. I look, girl, okay. Anyway, yeah, but Brat said, "Bitch, leave me alone." Hold on, let me see what's next. Oh, y'all, C Murder, C Murder was sentenced to life in prison back in 2002. I was out in these streets back in 2002. You hear me? Okay, I was out here living life to the fullest at the clubs, the bars. Okay, chocolate fun. Okay, but that was 24 years ago. Okay, for a federal shooting of a 16-year-old Stephen Thomas. Now, ever since he has been locked up, they have been fighting, trying to get him out. And it's been multiple appeals, law, all the things, okay? And the folks said, leave him in there, okay? So it seems like he was still be in prison for life. Okay, they said Louisiana's highest court declined to reopen its case on February 3rd. The Louisiana Supreme Court refused to hear a new appeal challenging the 2009 conviction for second degree murder. Second degree murder gets life? I guess so. I feel like there was a lot of evidence that came about after his sentencing and just since then that's pointed to the fact that C. Murder ain't guilty. I can't recall the specifics, but there are things pointing to him not really being guilty, or that based on whatever had happened, he should not have gotten life in prison. I believe it was also something about how many jurors can convict someone and have them be sentenced to life. It was something like that they have been fighting all these years. He's now 54, and they continue to argue that recanted witnesses' testimony and disputed DNA evidence to at least get a new hearing or retrial. And they like, nope. And I'm going to say this in two ways. I do feel like it's a bit of the racial situation for how Louisiana is. I agree. I also feel like this is also an example to how sometimes how you live life can get you in really fucked up situations to where you not even really guilty and you still get the short end of the stick because even of the persona you have. I feel like when I have always felt like going by the name C. Murder or anybody who have murder in their name or guns, I'm like, child, like Machine Gun Kelly, who no longer go, he no longer go, he go MJ was MGK. It's like, no, Machine Gun Kelly. I feel like you have to be careful what you put out because words have power. And while it is extremely unfair that he is still being held in prison when he should at least, because again, they're just asking for a retrial based on actual new evidence. DNA evidence, recanted. There's things that it should be a retrial, and they just refuse to budge. But which is completely horrible. But I'm gonna say this as well. Okay, we ain't gonna act like C. Murder wasn't C. Murder. Okay, we ain't gonna act like he was this model citizen. Who maybe, you know what I'm saying? But you have to be careful what you get yourself into. You have to be careful of what you put out. You can't have for call. I would have been said, bitch, call me Corey. Don't even refer to me as C. Murder number. I ain't no. But even all these years, he's now 54 years old. That was 24. It was 20. Yeah, 24 years ago. He was sentenced in prison. And even now, Corey C. Girl, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. I had a friend who was a rapper, and he went by Pistol something. I'm like, why the fuck Pistol? Why would you go by Pistol anything? And at one point, he doesn't go by that now. But I'm like, to me, that is creating negativity. You can't assume you around here being pissed with somebody or machine. It's stupid. Murder Inc., child. Death Row. Bad girl. Bad boy. People are dead is in prison. Murdering, some folks are dead and in prison. Okay, therefore, a lot of folks is dead and in prison. Again, I get you want to have this gangster life or whatever, cool, but you have to pick and choose how you live. Okay, cool. I'm on Murder Inc., but my name is Saved by Jesus. Okay, I can't be on Murder Inc. and then be a murder. You a no limit soldier. See murder, Master P, girl. But it's unfortunate. Okay, so again, he ain't getting out, and it's he gonna die in prison. Chris Brown is being sued again. People keep getting sued left and right and left. Oh, Chris Brown is being sued by a singer over unpaid royalties because they're claiming they wrote lyrics on the song "Sensational." Okay, look, people are starting to say, "Hey, I wrote this. I contributed to this song. It is very popular. I want my money." Okay. Songwriter Steve is a choke pill. It's calling out to Chris Brown for allegedly shortchanging him on royalties from the hit Mona Lisa and Sensational, which he claims to rake in millions of profits. Again, look, if I contribute to content, to music, to whatever that garners all the money, I want my royalties. Okay. Now, also, you have to get all your ducks in a row in the beginning. Okay. You can't sign a deal and say, okay, I'll do this song for you. Give me a one-time fee of $5,000. And then the song hit and you want more credit. You can't do that. Okay. You can't do that. It says in response, Choke Pell that famous fight the federal courts in New York asserting that he never saw a dime. Oh, he didn't get no money. He never saw not a dime from the earnings, even though he penned the lyrics for both tracks per court documents. Choke Pell, as he crafted the lyrics for Mona Lisa back in 2020. During a studio session with Brown and Sean Kingston. Oh, Sean Kingston is in prison right now. I see prison. Despite the track's massive success, peaking at number 8 on Billboard US Afrobeat charts, he say he never received any royalties or any financial compensation. You get paid at all. So the song Mona Lisa, he said making the same claim about the song Sensation, which he says he co-wrote in 2020 with producer Crazy Tune. The song later dominated Billboard charts, blah, 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 blah. I'm bringing over $1 million, blah, blah, blah. Again, I didn't get my money. Child, get your paperwork together. Chris Brown, if you write scheming, scamming people, okay, you can't be letting folk help you write stuff or whatever, and you don't get them their money. Get also people, stop working for free. Okay, stop working for free. Let folk know this is my price. You want this? This is my price. That's it. Because if you do work and you ain't had no conversation about compensation, you can't be upset if you're not paid. You didn't even ask for the monies. I need all my money up front. Okay. Diddy, accused of drug-fueled studio assault on producer as judge clears case to move forward. Child, I be forgetting Diddy's in prison. Not in any good or bad way. Just I'm like, that man really over there in prison, eating ramen noodles, hoping for visits. But he's facing a possibility of a new explosive assault lawsuit moving forward because the judge refused to shut the case down. A LA just cleared the way for a claim brought up by music producer Jonathan Hay to proceed, rejecting the efforts to dismiss the allegations that Diddy assaulted him during a 2020 studio session. Child, if I'm trying to word things I don't get flagged. If Diddy was around here taking booties in 2020, what that means is Diddy can't make it seem like he had all these old abuse tendencies. So this is current abuse. Okay, 2020 is like yesterday. But per court filing still hail as Diddy beat him before forcing a non-consensual sexual act after providing drugs, including ketamine. What is ketamine? Let me Google it. I just feel like, what is ketamine? Because I feel like, how do you take it? I don't want the drug. A tranquilizer. I just feel like if I take an Advil, okay, that's a pill. You know, if I do a gummy, it's a gummy. I would be wondering with these other drugs, how like do they like if someone was like, hey, Jaylee, you want some ketamine? No. I don't want that shit. Child, I don't want nothing more than an aspirin, Tylenol, maybe a little Vicodin for some bad pains. But when I don't get how folks are doing, child, at a tranquilizer, girl, why would you ever want to take something that's supposed to put an animal down? Okay. Hay described the rumor as a big week. A man what he called an otherwise ugly period in his life. He claimed the assault involved a cheat. Oh, this is the guy who said that Diddy was out here shaking up his steak sauce on old Biggie t-shirts. Okay, I remember this. Either way I go, I need people to stop trying to take people's booties against their wills. Okay? Y'all stop taking these, don't accept not now. The most look, child, I'm not a drug person. I'm scared to even, I've been scared for life to even try ecstasy. Because I felt like, how do I know what it is? Like, you know, I used to smoke weed back in the day. I have not smoked weed since I was probably 31, maybe. I was at my old apartment. My homegirls came over and they smoked weed. And I would only smoke weed if they brought weed to smoke. I was never someone who went and bought weed myself ever. That's the most I would do. Even now, I've only had 2 gummies in my life. I might have a third next month. I don't know. But I am not a person who feels, comfortable like, oh yeah, give me the new drug. For what? I don't want to die, bitch. I don't want to die. When I had 2 wisdom teeth pulled back in like 2003, maybe. I forgot 2000 something. Had my 2 back wisdom teeth pulled. And I think I told Rob before, my boyfriend at the time, his sister was a crackhead. But she was a real functioning crack. Like, we didn't know she did crack, but she did. And the pain pills they gave me, like the prescription wasn't ready or something. And his sister was like, well, here, I got a pain pill. It was in a prescription bottle. And she gave me a pain pill. And it was I think it was either a Vicodin or a Percocet. It was one of the 2. And when I tell y'all, I slept for, I feel like 2 days. And I said, what the fuck? It was probably a 4 day. But I woke up like, what the fuck was that? And she said, and it was either a Vicodin or a Percocet. And I was like, bitch, don't you ever. That was the first and last time I have ever taken a pill from someone. And I knew his sister. So I knew it wasn't crack. I knew it was an actual prescribed pill. Like it had her name, like it was all that. But I did not know how strong the pain pill was. And when I woke up, I think I must have had my tooth pulled on maybe like a Tuesday. I feel like I didn't fully wake up until Thursday. And I said, bitch, what the fuck? And I think between then I would like wake up a little bit. I woke up, I think I gonna go pee. I know he gave me some food, whatever, but I could not like stay woke. And I said, bitch, not again, not ever, not today, oh. So that was just a little pill. I can imagine someone saying, hey, Jaylee, yeah, take this liquid. Bitch, liquid? No, I don't even like NyQuil. But you also should not take pills from crackheads. I mean, that was my mistake. Taking it, I think that's when I realized, oh, Diddy is a crackhead. A functional one, but a crackhead. Because I'm like, bitch, you take those on a regular, you be still living. God damn, what do that? Anyway, yeah, Diddy going to court again because again, at this point, he did it. Stefan, okay, another lawsuit for him, even though he will be playing in the tomorrow's. Well, I'm trying to decide if I should do a live after show halftime chit chat tomorrow. I might do a after show, a halftime thing tomorrow to discuss Bad Bunny. Okay, I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, Stefan played tomorrow and whatnot. But he has a lawsuit for defamation. Okay, after a former employee is saying, hey, he accused me of stealing. Okay, he accused me of stealing. And then I got jumped and tore my ACL. Now, I'm like, did Stefan jump you? No. Anyway, so Stefan is getting sued again, or whatever. A former employee is saying, hey, defamation, I didn't do it per the lawsuit. The man alleges that in 2024 July, Stefan asked him to arrange transportation for his Ferrari from Miami to New York to Houston. Okay. However, the car was stolen in Houston. So the man said, the police said, oh, somebody else stole it. But Stefan was saying and telling folk he felt old boy stole it. Now I feel like if Stefan think you stole it, ain't that his opinion? But I guess because Stefan was telling people he stole my car. I hired him to transport my car from Miami to New York to Houston, and under his watch, somebody stole it, and I think it was him. Okay, so the man said, "I did not take the car. I didn't do it. I was never charged or arrested by the police." Okay, and because Stefan was accusing me of being a car thief, it hurt his consulting business, and led to a confrontation from his crew at a restaurant at his house. He said Stefan texted him in January 2025 saying, you are responsible and accountable for the actions of those around him. Which means, this is what it means. Hunter, girl, we know we're not going to see you until next week. No, I'm a pop on live tomorrow. I just don't know when. And I will be on live on Monday. I'm going to be around. I even said it's my fault that I wasn't on live all week. It was my fault. But wait. So dude say Stefan texted him and said, you're responsible and accountable for the actions of those around him. Which means if I hire you to do a job, and if you hire or if your staff steals my shit, if anyone that you're associated with steals what I hired you to do, you're held accountable. No, that don't mean that you stole it. However, you are responsible and accountable for the actions of those around you. Meaning if your people stole the car, That's why he feel like you did it. Even if he said, oh, a third party stole it, but did you know the third party? If they got access to Stefan's car through you, he feels you're to blame. In my opinion, I can see that logic. If I hire you to move my furniture from my house to my new house, and if while moving my stuff from point A to point B, if people associated with you steal my shit because of their connection to you, I can see me saying, bitch, y'all did this. Your people did this. It was you, ho. What I would say. Okay. Also, he said, wait. Oh, he says there was an altercation. He was assaulted by two men connected to Stefan, okay, and suffered a torn ACL. He now seeking damages from both Stefan and his brother. Child, look. I don't know. You know, if he can prove that Stefan had people beat him up, Stefan, you dumb. Okay, you always look. You hire out of state shooters. Look? If y'all ever watched Four Brothers, with Tyrese, 3 Stacks was up in there. Mark Wahlberg was up in there. The Chuck, who was that man? I can't pronounce his name. A good movie, but he told them folk, I paid for out of town shooters because I didn't want in town problems. Meaning, when you want someone to do something illegal, you don't have anyone do it that can be connected back to you. You hire out of town car robbers. You hire out of town people to beat somebody. You don't have anyone connected to you to do nothing. So Stefano, you were dumb enough to have your friends do that. That's on you, because you can't tell that man that he's responsible for his crew and you not be responsible for what your crew did. Okay? And that's if there's a connection both ways. But again, lawsuit coming up. Yeah, Four Brothers was a classically amazing movie. I may rewatch it tomorrow. Don't know. But yeah, lawsuit. What's next? Okay, a couple things. Cause how long are we in? Oh, we 2 hours in. We had to do glow window. Girl, I guess. So let me look at my thumbnail. What's on the thumbnail? I don't know. We did Diddy. Oh, Lil Jon. Hold on. Lil Jon was like, this is so sad, y'all. I gotta find it. So I kept seeing posts about Lil Jon's son who was missing. And, you know, I can't do what I want to say. But Lil Jon's son was reported missing, like, I wanted to like maybe like Monday or Tuesday. I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. And he had like left the house in some frantic state or whatever. And they had like last seen him like by a pond or whatnot. And so again, they were saying the son was just missing. Well, yesterday, Lil Jon confirmed the son was found. He passed away. His body was found in the pond where they had saw him at. So they haven't come out and said it was a take my own life situation, but the details seem to be he possibly took his own life in the pond. Okay, because they have the divers found his body in the pond. I said unless he accidentally fell in, maybe hit his head or whatever. I'm saying it's either an accidental drowning or he took his own life. So Lil Jon was confirming, you know, how he's heartbroken. His son was only 26 years old. DJ Young Slade. You know, Nathan's son was Nathan. Nathan Smith. How him and the mom, Nicole Smith, are both devastated. Get out, bitch. I said, girl, just a whole sad thing, okay? But people have been praying for the past couple of days because he was just reported missing at first. But again, they had also said how he had been last seen after leaving the house. They like maybe didn't have a lot of clothes on. So it almost sounds like he may have been having some kind of mental break that, just they did not or could not get to him in enough time to rectify the situation. So prayer to Lil Jon and the family for his son. And so again, if anybody is again dealing with any kind of mental issue, struggling with their thoughts, always reach out because no one wants to go through this and whatnot. So again, prayers to him. Now also, because I was just scrolling social media, so I was doing it. Now this is the thing. I don't watch the Today Show. So when I kept seeing, let me refresh. When I kept seeing, this. Look, I am not trying to be funny, okay, but when I kept seeing something about, I kept seeing this lady on the thing, but because I don't watch the Today Show, I did not know who she was. I just kept on thinking, who are this random white woman and why is she all over the news? And I wasn't even in my brain, it wasn't computing that it was a famous person or whatever. And I was talking to him the other day, and he was like, has been all over it. And I'm like, why did you tell me she was like a person? And he said, well, I thought you didn't care because I, what I'm saying. And I said, well, no, I said, what I'm saying, but I didn't put it together until like 2 days ago. And so the fact that anybody kidnapped an 85-year-old person is completely insane to me. Okay? You didn't kidnap this old white woman who, they say she needs like some kind of medication to survive, child. She isn't able to like walk around her own. She's a disabled or whatever. And it's, it's the, I said, what, girl? Okay. So Savannah Guthrie, they have agreed to pay the ransom.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Now, first of all, I can't imagine. I still feel conflicted in my own self. Like, why y'all kidnap that lady? What kind of money do y'all think that lady have to kidnap her and then say, hey, we want it's the ransom of it all? And I don't recall how much they wanted. It was like some Bitcoin shit and whatnot. I saw the post she put up the other day where she said, we need proof that our mom's alive. Okay? Because with AI and all this shit, not Nancy, with AI and everything, which is smart. Because if you kidnap my mom, if there was blood at the house, we don't know if she's alive. So we need absolute proof that she's alive. She's currently alive. Like, look, mama got to come around here and say, hey, baby, It is February 7th. It is 9:24 p.m. I'm alive today, and whatnot. Because it is so weird. And I was like, when I was watching, it was on the TV yesterday. And I was like, that's a big compound for the old lady who can't walk that well and need Medicaid to survive. And I was like, I would be like, Mama, we have to have an aid here, because if push come to shove, you have to kidnap my mama and her aide. So I was like, it would have to be someone who fully is aware of stuff. Who was fully aware of what a house at, how to get in. Because then that was a nice big compound. You have to know that it's secluded. You have to know what doors to get in and out of. You have to know that she's there alone. You can't just kidnap somebody on a whim. I'm saying you can't kidnap somebody out the blue. And even knowing her family has enough money to pay what you want. You can't kidnap a white lady in an open parade, got some money. But when but again, I said, wait, because she's an older, 85. And when they said she can't walk on her own, but she would not have been able to leave, someone would have had to like physically move, take her. And I'm like, so why was she living alone? No, not blaming anybody. Okay, maybe she wants to be alone. Maybe she in a house in a wheelchair. I don't know. But when she come home, because I'ma hope that lady get back home. Okay. With one, she will probably never be alone again. After this shit, they probably will never leave her. She gonna live with me. You can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I swear to God, yes, it was watching the news, and I was like, that's a big ass place. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh, we know in Arizona, it's a lot of space in Arizona, so it's like big houses there. And I'm like, yeah, but if my mom is a bit disabled, or if she needs medication to survive, I would not want her there by herself, because I would be scared something would happen. Not that she'll be kidnapped, but just like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So again, child, we paying the money.
And we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Now, how much they want? They don't know. Is it only in Bitcoin? Let me Google it. Did they ever put out a how? I don't know. I don't want to Google something. They be like, oh, did she the kidnapper? Because if I Google that, when they come to my house, well, I'm in Detroit, so they're not gonna come get me. But I don't recall the amount that they wanted. If I just Google her, it may say it around here. Oh, so they so I don't see anywhere where they say like an actual amount of money. But again, I'm gonna pay whatever the fee is to get my mama back. Okay. And if I don't have it, I'm gonna kidnap your mama to get it. I'm saying, I just hope this has a safe ending. Okay. I hope they haven't kidnapped that lady and killed her. I hope the stress don't kill her. I hope her being without her medication don't kill her, or whatever it may be. I hope whatever happens, bring the white lady home. I'm just saying. But I'm like, girl, I said, y'all kidnapping people. It's just too much, Jesus, going on around here. Let me do. Now look at Wendy Williams, looking all healthy and stuff. Her brother posted this picture of them and whatnot. Wendy looks good. Wendy Williams looks good. Okay, I'm hoping that means she's not drinking no more and whatnot. So she's good around here. So shout out to Wendy Williams. I'm gonna get to Barack and them in 1 second. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything else that I wanted to discuss. There was a lot of shit going on. No. Okay, let's do my throat, child. Wait, why I left? I can't remember. It's too much stuff. I know I gotta do R. Kelly and them. I did Lil Jon. Is that fine? Oh, let me do T.I. So first of all, T.I. cut his hair, and so he backed him in a thug. Okay, he's a thug in these streets, and he up here beefing a little bit with 50 Cent. Now, T.I. was on the Nightcap podcast, okay, with bearded Shannon Sharp and bald head ass Ocho Cinco, and he was discussing doing the verses. Now, because verses started in 2020, I think a lot of us have forgotten who's already battled, but T.I. has not battled anyone yet. Okay, and he was discussing he wants to battle 50 Cent.
To go, and then goddamn, when I was talking to Swiss, I was like, shit, man, yeah, I'd do it, but really, the motherfucker that really would be the one, it ain't gonna happen. But if Gucci, Young and Gucci, that's the one. And then he hit me back. He was like, shit, Tip, don't even trip. I think we're gonna get Gucci to do it. I said, well, you don't need me then.
Now Gucci and Jeezy had a versus champ with that. Let's see, Gucci and Young Jeezy versus. When was that? That was in 2020. That was 5 years ago. That was November 19th, 2020. That is crazy. Oh my God. So again, that was 5 years ago.
But that's the one.
Hold up,
what I mean?
But didn't Jeezy and Gucci already?
No, they were before it happened.
Oh, okay, before it happened.
Before it happened, they were talking to me.
Okay. But I'm saying, so right now.
And then I called my man. I said who I wanted.
You want Weezy?
Nah, I said I wanted 50. That's what I said. He don't want no smoke though.
Oh, Lord.
I called my man. He don't want no smoke. He ducking smoke. It's cool. So now, here we are trying to think about other people who would do it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
We mentioned Wayne, and Wayne wouldn't be bad. I respect Wayne. I'm a Hot Boy fan.
Yes, sir.
I feel like that would make some fun with both.
First of all, I would love to see a Wayne T.I. versus or a T.I. 50 versus. I feel like Lil Wayne to me is too mentally gone to have a enjoyable, energetic, conversational versus. I don't think Wayne can even comprehend what a versus should be, in my opinion. I also feel like Wayne not going to the to Wayne not being involved in the Hot Boys in the Cash Money versus No Limit versus. To me, I'm like, Wayne goes down somewhere. So I'm like, T.I. versus 50 Cent. T.I. will win, in my opinion. Not saying T.I. would lose against Lil Wayne. I think him and Lil Wayne will be a better matchup because to me, their songs, they both have these just hit songs that at one point captivated a point in our lives. So, Wayne and T.I. would be a great battle. I just can't see Wayne being Wayne to me seemed like he on drugs all the time. Okay. He sometimes don't seem there. He sometimes seem like he's talking, but he's just a vessel. Okay. So I'm like, for a versus, you're supposed to be like, it gotta be conversational but I can't see Wayne doing that. So that's the only reason why I don't want Wayne to. Yeah, he ain't yeah, he's not coherent enough to do a versus at the all. Okay, at all. And I'm like, I feel like no. Okay, I saw some folks saying, "Oh, T.I. should go against Ludacris." I'm like, Ludacris went against Nelly, so the only people kind of left, unless T.I. was to go against Busta Rhymes, but Busta came out before T.I. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But T.I. was like, I want 50. He ducking. Okay. Well, y'all know how 50 Cent is. He likes to respond with shades. So he posted an old, when T.I. back in the day, okay, when T.I. and Tiny got caught shot at the BET Awards weekend with them guns and them drugs in the car, and T.I. went to prison. T.I. had to be a part of like the federal don't do drugs, don't have guns thing or whatever. They forced him to do a couple of commercials about, you know what I'm saying, don't be a snitch, but be a snitch.
Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Channel 2, community coverage you can count.
So again, it wasn't like T.I. was saying, if you go commit a crime, snitch on who you did. His point was, if people out here robbing old ladies and beating up your mamas, okay, you should go and call the Crime Stoppers tip line, okay? But that was a part of his sentencing things. He had to do that kind of shit. Of course, he would have went to prison for longer. So 50 Cent posted that and said, I know Atlanta pick and choose who they support, but y'all gotta do better. Keep my name out your mouth. And I'm like, sir, what does T.I.'s old PSAs to telling folks, hey, yeah, call Crime Stoppers. Call crime. If you see something, say something. Oh, okay. He then posted, I thought I had another one. Was it this one? Yeah. 50 Cent then posted, he said, no, I don't like it. No verses, let's do the stay away. Let's do the stay away challenge and stay with me. He then posted footage of T.I. at the trial, I believe, when T.I.'s friend, I think his name was Falance or Phil, was murdered, which then had T.I. feel like, they're going to kill me too, which had T.I. carrying guns. I believe this is footage from the trial of him, let's listen.
You recognize who that is?
Yeah, that's Phil. Okay. Oh, that's his body.
In 34A.
Yeah, that's the entry wound.
And that's a picture of Fallant with the bullet hole in his head?
Yes, it is.
And that's the bullet hole that you described to the jury as being in his temple on the left side?
Yeah.
How did Fallant's family find out about his death?
I told him. I called his mom first, then I told his cousin. I told his little girl.
How old was his little girl?
His daughter was 4 years old at the time. 5 years old at the time.
And how did you tell his daughter that her father was dead?
He's in a better place and he won't be coming back. And I told her how much he loved her.
And how did you tell his mom that her son was gone?
Mm-hmm. Well, first I apologized. I apologized because, I felt that, all of those rounds were fired for me, in my opinion. So I apologized to her at first. And then I told her what happened to the best of my knowledge. And I told, I didn't get to really say much after that. There wasn't much else to say.
I feel like trying to use T.I. in court about his best friend being murdered. Like, what does that have? I'd be confused when 50 Cent like to use stuff that has nothing to do with what's going on in defense of someone saying, hey, let's battle rap wise. You know what I'm saying? This isn't T.I. snitching at all. His best friend was killed. He felt guilty for a while, felt like they should have killed him, and they're at the trial with the person who killed his best friend. That ain't snitching. So I'm like, 50 Cent is a little bit of a bitch. Okay. And T.I. then made a little post. I'm going to play about 5 seconds of the music. Skateboard P on the track. Okay. Skateboard P on the track. Louis duffel bag fit the rack. Louis duffel bag fit the rack. Poppin' so nauseous, I ain't got no country promo, like I still got a pocket full of crack. So he like, bitch, I'm still round here. I'm round here. Okay. I don't fear my future. I'm too focused on my future. I don't fear my past. I'm too focused on the future. Top 20 in 2 weeks in climbing. Now let them know that I'm loved, not liked. Okay, my God, don't play about me. I am a fan of T.I. the rapper. I've told y'all before, that's who I love. T.I. rapping is king shit to me. Okay. 50 Cent is really ducking the smoke, and it's weird to me. You're a rapper, motherfucker. Go rap. Okay. You do a versus against T.I. Now, whoever battle T.I., I think be fun. But again, 50 Cent is antics is stupid. I don't like 50 Cent. He irks my nerves a whole lot. I got GloRilla. Let's do the R. Kelly, and then I think we'll end with GloRilla. I did. Okay, yeah. Let's do Aura. So I feel like I slightly touched on Aura of the Kelly before. Because before, I think when I talked about it on Monday, where is it? I think it's this one. When I talked about it on Monday, that was before the interview that Rashana was doing that she did aired. Again, Rashana she is now 40, she's in the 40s, but she is the young person who was on videotape with R. Kelly back in the late 90s. Okay. And she assisted a couple of interviews and she said some things.
It was a couple of weeks before your 17th birthday. You say, Robert told me the copies of one of the sex tapes of 14-year-old me were beginning to be sold on the streets of Chicago and across the country. Your reaction to that when you think about hearing those words from R. Kelly, that this tape is out there and you were 14 years old?
I was empty. I was very hollow inside. I was very confused.
And again, at that point, she was only 17. And I remember being 17. I can imagine. Look, I can imagine something I did that I thought was private is now being shared across the world, and everyone has seen what was supposed to be private, and they can see that it's me. Like, that is crazy, heartbreaking, just confusion. So I feel like at 17, she probably didn't even really understand the magnitude of what was happening for her.
Didn't know what to expect. And I was embarrassed.
Why not tell the truth in 2002 or 2008 when there was finally a trial after 6 years?
Now, a lot of folks have said because she lied previously. One, denying it was her. Two, denying, anything with him. A lot of folks feel like, well, you knew it was you. You knew it was him, but you lied. So why come forward now? Again, if I'm a kid, bitch, I don't know. I was young and dumb.
That's one of my biggest regrets, not telling the truth. But again, when I have been trained and groomed since I was age 13, I started believing the lies that I was telling. It was very foggy and unclear on what I really felt versus what was right or what was wrong. And even in moments where I despised Robert, I still lied for him.
When I look back at that trial, this idea that people who were not part of the jury were able to see some of that video.
Mm-hmm.
And the jokes that came from the video, because we're talking about seeing a person at the time, not knowing who it is, for sure, being urinated on and talked about. And it's almost like, oh my gosh, do you look at even the justice system as not protecting you to some extent?
And I remember some of the conversations people had back then. Even people trying to compare, how can I say this properly for YouTube? People back then, when the tape came out back then, because again, the tape, it wasn't just a tape with just her and him. It was him. It was like 3 or 4 different sexual encounters. And only one was with her that made people question, how old is she? I remember people questioning her body development. The song, the NSYNC or Backstreet Boys song playing, and only a young person would dance to. You know what I'm saying? I remember the conversations, some that were made as jokes, some that were made in defense of R. Kelly, some that were made to say, bitch, that's a child. You know what I'm saying? I remember hearing those conversations from different people. So there were absolutely many conversations back then. Even, when Dave Chappelle did the R. Kelly skit, I'm a piss on you skit. You know what I'm saying? People absolutely discussed that situation for years, because it was when the tape first came out. And then when the trial happened, and having to recall, well, I seen the tape and I blah, 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 blah. So it's like, well, he did that shit.
I mean, thinking about that video being played before a gallery of everyday citizens.
I definitely think things could have been handled differently. I'm happy I wasn't there to witness everyone watching that. To the world imagery, I was not made to be a victim. I was a mockery. And that was very difficult to digest. It was very disheartening to know that my body was just being displayed and tossed around. And, when I look back on it, I wish things could have been done differently, but those are all of the things that I had to internalize.
And the crazy part is, Robert fought. Okay. Seeing people try to not, there's the notion that you do want to hold anyone accountable that helped perpetuate his ability to even do what he did. But at the end of the day, Robert did it.
The next time we're at the studio, you should ask Robert to be your godfather. Say your aunt told you the next time we're at the studio, you should ask Robert to be your godfather. Aunt Sparkle explained that I should sit on his lap and rub his head while I asked him to be my godfather.
That is the start of him entering into my.
Say your aunt told you the next.
My life in a different way than just being an artist or hanging out at the studio. It became more personable at that moment.
Kelly agreed to be her god.
So that's Aura of the Kelly. That's Rashona. And yes, R. Kelly absolutely, because R. Kelly has a brother who looks very much like him. And at some point he was saying it wasn't him, it was his brother.
Godfather, but soon after, when she was around 13, Landfair says he began grooming her and touched
my life in a.
For your 17th birthday.
So that's one part. Now again, all these years, Sparkle has always said she was trying to expose what she found out was happening with R. Kelly and her niece for years, and that the niece, mom, and dad was like, no. Okay. Now, Sparkle for years has always said, people make me out to be a liar, but I'm not. I'm telling y'all, that's my niece, that's that man, and it's some bullshit. But no one wanted to believe me. Now, Sparkle wrote, I don't really want to read all this, okay? But she did say, I'm happy she's able to finally speak her truth and begin healing her healing journey. In addition to justice, I've always wanted healing and peace for her. I do need to be clear about one thing. Any suggestion that I groomed, facilitated, or enabled harm to my niece is untrue and deeply painful, especially given my documented actions at the time and throughout. So the one thing I will say, thank you, Ava. Thank you, I am Diva. Nicole, I was her age when everything happened. I had still adults around me discuss her and some if they were looking. Yeah, and that's what I heard too. But I was also in the conversation as well back then. But it was more adults because I watched the tape. For sure, I watched the tape. I think at that age, I was probably, because I turned 18 in 2000. I think the tape didn't come out until like I think the tape came out after I was out of high school. So I was at least 18. So I was like involved in the conversation as well. And even now recalling the conversations I heard this multiple people have, it was insane how many people were able to try to make that man be innocent. But back to Sparkle, the same way the niece said, because she was trained, she had been groomed and under that man's spell for so many years, that the reason she was lying for him on a stand was because she was so, so much was in her brain. What's right, wrong, or indifferent. A part of me does wonder how much, because my thing is this. Did your mama and daddy not notice nothing either? So a part of me wonders if she's only insinuating that her aunt put her up to, trying to get with Aura of the Kelly. I always wonder what part her parents play in it, because once Sparkle was like, no, that's my niece, I can't believe it, he's wrong. A part of me doesn't believe Sparkle set this into motion solely because Sparkle has been trying for years to tell folk, I'm telling y'all, I know the little girl in the video, and everyone else, the girl's parents, R.O. Kelly, and the girl herself has always said Sparkle lying. So to me, in my opinion, it just seems confusing. I'm confused. I'm conflicted on believing that only Sparkle was the only person saying, hey, go on his lap, rub his head. If she was also the one trying to expose the whole thing once it came out. That's the only part that confuses me. But I also wonder if within all of that muck of it, could that part also be distorted in her mind? Because I'm like, it's just weird. I'm not saying I don't believe the girl. I'm just wondering, is Sparkle that diabolical that she put her niece on a platter for R.O. Kelly to then also expose him for getting with the niece once the video came out and she saw what was her niece would have grown it up. You know what I'm saying? I just wonder. That's the only part I get confused about. You know, all these years later. Now, I still don't think I'm gonna get the girl's book because to me, I don't think there's anything she could put in her book that I would then wonder, you know, I want to know what else he did. I feel like I think we know exactly what he did. I think we knew that because of what happened with Aaliyah. And the fact that I saw the fucking tape, you know what I'm saying? And again, she's now admitting, yes, that was me on tape. I was groomed with him. I was being groomed by him from age of 13, 14 on up. You know, it lasted for years. Even once I was pissed off at him, I still lied and defended him. So I still just feel like I don't feel like Sparkle told that little girl go get with R. Kelly. I don't believe that part of it. Do I believe that she met R. Kelly because her aunt was an artist who worked with R. Kelly? Absolutely. Absolutely. But usually the person who sets you up for a trap doesn't expose the trap for years, and then everyone else calls her the liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that does not make sense. Because if they know, oh, well, Sparkle the one who put her in the man's grasp, why would they then say, well, Sparkle's a liar? He isn't doing anything to my daughter. He's a liar. You know, now, secondary, because of even the rumors of what happened with R. Kelly and Aaliyah, I would never put any young girl in his orbit because of the rumors of him always hanging out at the high schools and hanging out with the high school girls. I would never put a young girl in his presence. I would never. I would never. Even if you felt like, well, he not gonna do that with you never know. Why? No one. If you know Chester, bitch, why would you ever? You know. But again, I'm not going to demonize Sparkle. I still fully demonize R. Kelly because I saw what the fuck he did. And because the girl is saying he did all this shit for years. So the part that Sparkle played is sad because you you hope the adults protect the children. You hope that you never put child. Look, I have a family member that I don't trust, and I don't trust at all. And there is no way on God's green earth I would leave any of my godchildren, my nephew, no one, because I don't trust that person. You know what I'm saying? So when you know something about somebody, I just always feel like you're supposed to, like, you know what? No, you can't be around at all, bitch. Gone some fucking where. So I think that's the part that Sparkle has to acknowledge within her own self. Again, as she said, you know, I did not anything that's a lie. She said, when I was informed her parents were allowing Rashawn to spend unchaperoned time with R. Kelly, I immediately contacted DCFS. The tape surfaced and the state brought charges against him in 2008. I cooperated fully and testified under oath despite immense pressure not to do so. I did this because protecting my niece from abuse and telling the truth mattered more to me than money and my career. And truthfully, that's kind of what ended Sparkle's career, because she was the only one saying Robert did it. So that's why I feel like enablers usually don't expose the person they're helping do shit. It would have made more sense for Sparkle to play along to keep her career. And yeah, back in the day, when I was 17, I would fuck with 30-year-old. I thought it was amazing because I'm special, but no, they're fucking predators. Even though 17 is not 14, 17 is still bitch not legal. Why do you what? Okay, so you know, it's a lot of this shit happened back again. Even back in it was always child. We knew about teachers fucking students back in my high school. Insane, but it was almost normal back then. Again, they would say how Robert would pull up to the high school child hanging out with the girls because no one was like, you shouldn't do that. That's not good. But so many people know Sparkle was talking before that. Sparkle lost everything when she was saying what was going on. Her family made her out to be the black sheep. She lost her family and her career. But because, you know, most of this stuff happened before social media. So where now we have a trace of what happened to so and so and so and so. You can go on Facebook, or you can go to thing. You can see this shit. This was back when all you had was the radio, Word Up magazine, you know, some little MTV news, okay, little BT and whatnot. Sparkle lost her career after she was saying R. Kelly did these things. Her family, the girl, her parents was saying Sparkle was lying. That's why Sparkle lost her record deal. But people don't remember because it was so long ago. So a lot of, and again, I still believe the girl was introduced to R. Kelly through Sparkle for sure. Because at that point in time, Sparkle was an artist working with R. Kelly. But we also know that R. Kelly would try to get to the girls through the artist. And back then, if you wanted to sing, bitch, it's R. Kelly. The producer, the hit maker, You know what I'm saying? And back then you had the sparks of rumor. And this was a time when the whole R. Kelly Aaliyah thing had died down and died out. Because Aaliyah had then moved on and had distanced herself from the whole R. Kelly Aaliyah thing. Again, back then it wasn't it wasn't how it is now, where you can easily see shit and everybody know. It wasn't that. Some folk did not even know about R. Kelly and Leah. If you now pull up old interviews and old things to of R. Kelly and Aaliyah, it now feel, I'm like, oh, it was right in our face and we just didn't realize it. That's what happened. So it's fucked up in general, because I'm like, at the end of the day, the culprit is always Robert Kelly. Because he didn't just do this to Sparkle's niece. He did it to many other young girls. So that he is the villain. He is, look, don't let the tears where he at. Don't let the shit fool you.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Okay. Because that shit happened in the late 90s. That nigga was doing that shit in the 2000s. Anyway. Get a book. Lastly, because we just getting late, y'all. It's getting late. GloRilla. Okay, I think that's last. Let me be sure. Okay, let me be sure. We did them. Boom, pow, pow, boom, boom. Okay, GloRilla. Now I kept thinking, okay, that broke people should stop being crazy. Now, I don't want to even replay all of the stuff this girl did. Y'all know GloRilla. Okay. She around there, she's a rapper. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't feel like GloRilla is this uber rich rapper who can now fully support a family of 35 people. I don't think GloRilla has made that kind of money. Now, can she help a little bit here and there? Sure. But I don't think she has amassed the wealth to fully support 30 grown motherfuckers. Her sister, Victoria, okay, was like, bitch, she don't do nothing.
Y'all man, I'm talking about y'all favorite rapper. Y'all favorite rapper ain't shit, and I'm getting tired of it. Y'all mad. Look, y'all talking about some she ain't obligated. How she ain't obligated when she want to sit here and all them interviews and talk about the struggles we been through and then reach back and help none of us out. But got her friends around it. And my mama still working at FedEx. Y'all better get the fuck out of my face. Y'all man, I'm talking about you. Hey, them.
So I kept seeing different clips of the girl talking.
I got all these groupies stupid on Facebook. She not obligated, but she obligated to do shit with motherfucking friends. Y'all got me. Then, bro, they acting like, then they coming like a motherfucking gay.
Why you back there with a ski mask on? She gonna rob somebody?
Gave us shit anyway. That was on the airplane getting signed to Gotti, and you ain't see not one sibling on that. And his big ass probably got something to do with it too. Tell that big ass I want him too.
Now you mad at your daddy.
Nah, man.
So, I kept seeing.
Yeah, I called this hoe. I'm like, Gloria, can you fuck with me? I text her. Asked her, can you fuck with me and give me some bread? When I lost my job and shit. This motherfucking, she ain't respond. She ain't respond. Then I got robbed for being known as her sister. And I got robbed for my shit, because she ain't gave me shit. 4 niggas sat here and robbed me in Orange Mound because of you, bitch. But you, then I called this hoe and gave me a motherfucking thing.
So do you want her to give you money so they can rob you? I'm just wondering. You know, when I kept seeing little clips of her talking cash money shit.
Folk, we used to have days when we wasn't eating. But motherfucker ain't obligated. But you want to get on interviews and talk about the struggle. You want to talk about the struggle. But yeah, ain't one of us shining, fool. Ain't one of us shining. You got everybody else in this hole. You giving money out. You bringing motherfuckers back around. You didn't cross you badly because Sanchez watch you get your ass beat. Oh God. Watch you get your ass stomped. And I remember when Kalia did this shit. She watched you. And you brought her back around. And she went live about you. And you brought her back around. She on the stage with you. How the fuck is that for?
What Kalia with that ass? Let them know what Kalia.
The Kalia that brought her. Yup. Yup. Just saying no motherfucker come out some hate shit, bro. It's been 4 motherfucking years, bro. It's been 4 years. Then I'm just calling seeing motherfuckers like, no, bro. Then mama sitting here in this whole struggle. Y'all thought she bought a house. She did not buy my mama no motherfucking house. Stop lying. She did not. She bought my daddy a house with his trick ass. She bought, and then he got the smallest house on the block.
What's that girl?
Fuck. Talking about she retired. That man retired on his own time, and she didn't retire shit. On God. Fuck. And now y'all know what Gloss did. How did she got? Man, so look, all of us been struggling. We was homeschooled. All of us staying in the same house. 37 they done wrong. Homeschool could not come out the fence. We could not come out the fence, bro. You remember? We ain't inside the motherfucking house. Well, all of us, when we got adult, we became adults. We was like stupid to the street life. We were stupid to like common sense because we was like segregated. We was in the house. My mama used to tell us, it's 10 of y'all. Y'all better be each other's best friend.
Now, first of all, I feel like if my parents have 10 kids, if I'm one of 10 and I make it, it's not my job to take care of my 9 siblings and my 2 parents. It isn't. If we all adults or whatever, I can help a little bit. But again, I still don't feel like GloRilla has take care of that's 9 people. That's 11. 9 other adults and 2 parents. I don't have 11 adults take care of money. You going on live and complaining that your sister is not taking care of you is fucking ridiculous. You are a grown ass woman. Grown ass person. I don't know. Take care of yourself. Okay, go get your own job. When she said, I lost my job, did you try to get another job? If you got fired or lost your job, why was your first response, let me ask her for some money? Did you go get another job? Did you even file for unemployment? What the fuck happened? Being the broke little sister is weird. Coming on social media to complain that a grown adult won't take care of your grown adult self is weird. Okay, now I don't have 9 siblings. Okay, I have I have you know, Ronnie had 3. Then I got me, my sister, my brother. So technically, it's more of us than I, But I really only count my sister and my brother who I was raised with. I'm not trying to take care of all the kids that Ronnie had. I don't even know y'all that well. I love y'all from afar. I ain't got time, you know what I'm saying? But if you, it's not our job to take care of all the kids our parents had. That's not what I'm supposed to do. Oh, she the big sister? Really? To me, she sounds crazy. And if GloRilla wants to take care of one, oh, that's her business. But you can't. She's supposed to. How and why?
Oh God. Situation had came about where we ended up going to school because my mom used to beat the shit out of us, and you ain't finna beat the shit out of me while I'm hungry. So I'm finna call DCS on your ass.
She was an abusive mother.
That's exactly what happened. When she talk about the fifth child, I'm the fifth child because I'm always been the outspoken one. But I was hungry, and you not finna whoop me for being hungry. Fuck. She was to beat the shit out of us. Oh God. So she.
It sounds like you need to be pissed at your mom and your daddy, not your sister.
Did all that shit. I called DCS. Yes, I called DCS. I called DCS on our mother. I got tired again. Inside the mother. Y'all man, I'm talking about y'all.
I can't look. Bitch, you a grown 30-year-old girl. Look, being the broke big sister and complaining that your little sister won't help take care of you, you look like an ungrateful ass individual. Truthfully, because it don't even seem like y'all had a relationship close enough for her to want to take care of you. Blaming her because, oh, they robbed me because I'm your sister. Well, bitch, if I gave you more money, you would get robbed anyway. So be happy you didn't have more money for me for them to take. Okay. And GloRilla should absolutely shelter herself away from this kind of shit. When I told you about see murder and be careful of the life you live because it can bring you down, she seemed like, okay, yeah, GloRilla. This is GloRilla. GloRilla looked like she's waiting to drag GloRilla down to the gutter. When people feel like they're entitled to your success and like you have to do more for them because y'all happen to be family, no, bitch, that's not true. I didn't birth you. You're not my responsibility. It's just not my job to do that. Now, her saying GloRilla did not really retire her mom and daddy, I ain't gonna do that. If the mama still work at Amazon, I don't know. I don't know. But again, out here, GloRilla did share this little post of someone thanking her about being a good, helpful person. You help who you want to help. You know what I'm saying? You really help who you want to help. I cannot, at 26, take care of my 9 siblings and my 2 parents on my rapper schedule. Again, I don't think Glo that rich. Do I think Glo has money? Yeah. Do I think Glo's struggling? No. Do I think that if she chose to financially help all 11 of her family members, she would go broke? Yes. Because it seemed like they would never get enough. Thank you, Nicole, for this chat. They also made fun of GloRilla rapping and said she wouldn't never. Oh, they was teasing her. Oh, they put a gun on that girl? You can't pull no pew pew out on me and then expect me to help you, bitch. Not today. You also can't tease me and talk shit about me, but want me to help support you with what you told me I couldn't do right. No, not today, not ever. Mm-mm. 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 The best thing GloRilla could probably do is keep her family away from her. Because if any of them is like this sister, they're mooches. They want to mooch off of her because she has amassed more than they could ever imagine they would. And so they feel entitled to a piece of her success. And I have seen one clip of a girl saying, I saw one clip of the girl saying how she had people working for her. Bitch, if you want me to give you money, you need to do something for me for that. I'm not going to give you money for free. Work for me, bitch. Be my assistant. Run my social media. Okay. Book my hair appointments. I feel like there's nothing wrong if you want to help me and make my life easier. So I'm paying you because you're working for me. If you can be a social media moderator, my social media person, my social media manager, because you good, fine. I don't mind paying you for that. Cool, that's your job. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna pay you $1,000 a week. You know, to get that done. Boom. That's, you know what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you can't feel like, well, she didn't. She fake. She's a liar. Now, when I seen the one video, this right here of her, I guess retiring the daddy.
Hey, everybody. So we celebrate my dad for his retirement. So how long is 30 years? 29 years at the post office. Hey!
If he worked 29 years, congrats, sir. The car don't have no gas. Look, if I get you the car, I ain't gotta put gas in it. That ain't my job. Okay. And our parents are not straight. Our dad just borrowed $100 from my mom. Y'all think y'all know, but don't. I had to give my mom $1,800 on 20. Bitch, okay. Sometime in life, when you make it, everyone can't go with you. And again, when you first make it and you first get some money, you should not try to finance everyone in your life's life. You will go broke. Yeah, MC Hammer tried to take the whole hood with him, fucked around, went broke. So yeah, broke ass sisters beefing. Look, GloRilla don't owe that girl nothing. She don't. She don't at all. Okay, girl, kiss her grits. Anyway, I'm done. Okay, it is 3 hours and 13. Oh, if you want 3 hours and 13 minutes in, and we are done, child. Whew. I hope y'all enjoyed the live. Okay, I'm gonna pop on live tomorrow. We can discuss the Bad Bunny halftime show and any other things going on social media tomorrow. So I don't know what time. I don't know what time the game comes on, for one. And then I don't know what time the halftime show will be on either. Okay. However, whatever time the halftime show come off, we will have a little chit chat tomorrow on the corner. Okay. With y'all whole 3-hour tour and whatnot. But again, I love y'all for being around here. Okay. Make sure to like the video. I gotta fuck up. Okay. Like the video. Okay. Like the video. Subscribe and all that good stuff. Again, there will be things to get into tomorrow. We'll do that. But like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. I love you all. Thank y'all for coming around here. Okay. Oh, wait. Let's see. Halftime. Oh, okay. See, 8:30. Come on around to the corner. Okay. 8. And now, once I'm gonna ask him no. So once I ask him about, see, he figured that shit out for me. I'll ask him time I should set my live for. So I'll have a live set around about the time. Let's have a little bit of a conversation, okay? But y'all have a good old night, child. Get some good rest around here. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. And yeah, gotta go. Bye.